Well. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. It is that time again. We're already getting. Look, guys, calm down. Anubis, buddy. Out here already trying to start your own personal hype train? I don't know what to do with you one of these days. One of these days we'll have to figure that out. But for right now, it is. Yes. You are an absolute delight, Anubis. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you for the gifted to Roar. Those of you who got the gifted should be extra excited because you don't get to be interrupted in tonight's most epic of interviews. So we got Son of Ultron, Gladys Cat, Tid 72, Brand Gone Wild, and Destiny 82. All good selection of very excellent and epic people getting a gifted sub. No commercials. Foxwood Tacos is even here. Ooh. Get that. Hype lane. We're getting started. Good. Guys, you know what time it is? That's right. It's Talk Tuesday time. We're back here for Talk Tuesday. Yes, I know we had to postpone last week, but that's okay. Trust me, it's well worth the wait. The tonight's talent that we have on deck for you guys. Oh my word. If you're not excited for them, I don't know what world you're living in because I am super excited for this one. Tonight's special guest can be found showing off how to make spooky absolutely the coziest thing that you've seen on Twitch, from their gentle screams to all the fun-filled memes. Oh, thank you, Anubis, for gifted to Kiki. Where was I at? Yes. From gentle. Now I'm going to have to start all over again. You got me all flustered and messed up. We're just making certain that we're going to get everybody with tier 1 gifted, I see. Thank you, Anonymous. All right, we're gonna roll this back just a second because I've lost my place in this, so you're gonna have to deal with that. Tonight's special guest can be found showing off how to make spooky absolutely the coziest thing you've seen on Twitch. From their gentle screams to all the fun-filled memes, they do their absolute best to provide delight to the fright. From Fortnite schooling to leading the book club, you will find that there is tons to love about this fabulous streamer. Also, with the occasional magic talking hand that appears to give them a shock. If you need a ghost hunting partner or looking to evict some demons, then you don't need to look any further. From their stunning tactics when under lockdown to spending 5 nights with them, you are certain to be well fed on fun. When we talk about just a darling on the screen and the owner of the jail, if you know, then you know. I'm telling you that this is one streamer to never miss when they go live. So I won't keep you in any more suspense. Let me present to you tonight's most epic of streamers. Go ahead and give us your best fangirl scream as we welcome the coziest terror streamer on the digital streams. That's right, Roarsicle. Are we ready? Roarsicle, welcome to Talk Tuesday.
Hi. I did it.
See, not that hard.
I was
right?
so ready. No, it's not that hard at all.
Just you know, there's a whole vibe to the thing. Let me just kind of roll it right.
There's a whole vibe. You got it. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
It's good, right? We're having a good time already.
Yeah.
Just getting started, and you know, chat's doing wild things as chat does best.
Chat's being crazy.
It's all right. So for those of you new around here, a couple of real quick rules, and then we'll get right on into this. I won't hold you guys back from pestering this fantastic streamer with all kinds of questions. Code drift in for another bit drop. Get that train ride while you can. So for those of you new around here, right, Talk Tuesdays where we sit around and we're going to talk and interview a fabulous streamer. Tonight's fabulous streamer, as we've already indicated, is this wonderful, lovely thing called Roarsicle. We might see an appearance of a terrifying hand, but maybe not. We'll see if they're behaving
Probably
themselves.
not. No, probably not. I think the hand would be too scared.
But we're all the questions get to be submitted by you guys. I will ask a series of 4 questions. We have, as always, we'll have 2 in the front, 2 at the end that they get to answer for us, and then you guys get to ask all the questions that you want. Please submit those all through the little channel point routines. Just a single point. Anybody can do it. So feel free to get your questions in and get them submitted. Mind you that we may not answer all the questions. If you submit something like, Zoda's famous for, I'm sorry, Zoda, credit card numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to figure out the rest of those. I heard tell that security code may be ABC, but that's all I know. I'm sorry. If you submit a stupid question, you'll get a stupid answer, usually from me. But Versicle, feel free to jump in and join in on the make fun of the question, or chastise me for going a little overboard. I see some of our puzzlers have already figured out that yes, exclamation puzzle will get you a link to the puzzle that will be going on. Oh my God, it's happening! Yes, it is. But by all means, if there's ever any question that gets asked that you are uncomfortable answering, Versicle, feel free to say no. We'll skip it. We'll move on. Never happened. No questions. No foul. We want this to be as just as gentle and as comfortable of a conversation as it can be. Beyond that, do you have any questions?
Do I have any questions?
Yes. Do you have any questions?
Oh God. I don't think so. This feels like when you're in a job interview and they're like, "Do you have questions?" And you're like, "Oh, right, my questions.
Right.
Is it a good workplace?"
I forgot to study up for this. Oh God, I never know what to ask in those situations either.
I learned what to ask. So I worked when I had gotten laid off, I had worked with a coach on what questions to ask, and the important questions to ask that will always get you a callback or the job are, is there anything else that makes you worried that I wouldn't be able to handle the job that I can talk to you about?
Right.
And asking what they look for you in the first 3 months of you working there. Are very much questions. 2 things that I learned are very good questions to ask when you're in a job interview.
Fantastic. That sounds like a good question to ask. Well, if that's all we have going on, let's get your beautiful face out there for all of everybody to see and officially kick off this Talk Tuesday, because the buzzers have already, as if you're not already watching, have gone nuts as it is. So,
oh my God.
Welcome to Talk Tuesday. Just like,
oh Jesus.
Yeah, you thought I was kidding. Just
I didn't think you were kidding. But damn. Jesus.
I feel like, so we've cataloged this at 750 pieces for these puzzles, because that's about what it takes to get it done in about 3 hours. And suddenly I'm like, I don't think I set aside enough. We're probably gonna have to do another puzzle about midway through this.
This is intense.
It is.
And I know half the people in here, over half the people in here, are in a Discord chat right now telling each other where the
are. It's fantastic. It's just fantastic. Let's get you started. We've already got some questions starting to fill in there. So, your streamer handle, Versicle, how did you come up with that name? What's the origin stories of that name?
Yeah, so I have to actually think about this, because when I had joined Maisie Moon's stream, my handle was Rach Ikel, and I had realized that if I ever wanted to stream, this was a terrible username because it was my literal name. And my Discord was Rarsicle, which I always went with Rar because Rar was in my head canonic with Rachel. It's just different R words.
Okay.
And then I loved with Popsicle. I thought was just funny because I used to do Pippi for a really, really long time. And I was like, that's not doable. That's not going to work.
Right.
And so I just went with Rarsicle. And then I went into Maisie's stream as Rarsicle and was like, hi, it's still Rach. You can still call me Rach. Just Rar now. And she was like, okay.
That's fantastic.
I had to go to so many streams and be like, same person, same person. Don't worry.
Same person, same vibe. It's okay. Calm down.
It's all good.
The world's not turning upside down on you. We promise. That's fantastic.
It's so good. But then when I was
panic.
like thinking of emotes, I was like, I'm such a cat person, I should do cats, but RAR is like dinosaurs. And like, so which one do I want to go with? So I just mixed the two together. And when I asked for a custom sub badge, I was like, can you make like a cat like wearing a dino costume? Because that would be perfect.
You know, I honestly,
it works.
It works. Number one. Number two, I love the fact that you have a free to use command that is just rar. It's that little emote rar that pops up all over the place, and
Yes.
I can't tell you how much it delights me when your chat gets in there and it's just like spam and it's just machine gun. Rar, 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 rar. I'm like, wow, okay.
They spam everything. This was my fault. I decided to give command sounds, and then I never put cooldowns on them. And I learned very quickly that if you do that, you will get spammed.
Oh yeah.
For anything. And I
yeah.
just let it happen at this point. I've been told my chat is chaotic for it. I apologize. I don't. I mean, I think it's hilarious.
Well, but that's the thing, right? If you're enjoying it, then what difference does it make?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's your chat, right? So you've got to be able to stand the chaos.
If you want to have fun, if you want Dirty Mind to play on a loop for 3 full minutes, you've come to the right place. Exactly, Jazzy. Embrace the chaos.
Embrace it. It's fine. It's what we live for, right? It's all good.
All good.
That's fantastic. So your name literally is just Dinosaur meets Popsicle.
Mm-hmm. And then the best part of it, Nori, is like people never get it right. I get called RAR Cycle all the time, like bicycle. I get RAR Cycle so much. And raw
I was gonna say, wait. I don't think I've ever called you RAR Cycle. I think I've always called it Sickle. I think
no, you have. Some people say Cycle. Or RAR Circle, which is like a mouthful to say. RAR Circle.
That just sounds hard to
right?
work my. I'm like roar. I'm like no. RAR. I like RAR Cycle. I mean, to me, I'm thinking dinosaur on a bike. Like honestly, like that's RAR Cycle. Yes, but to me, it's sickle because I think when I think of a bicycle, I think of just calling it a sickle, and like that's the short handle for me, and that's like so I'm. So I honestly I was expecting like a dinosaur on a unicycle or something like that for a bunch of your emotes. The first time I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, I could see.
I feel the disappointment. I apologize.
No, absolutely no disappointment whatsoever. But just one of those. I'm like, I could see that have been like that would have been a nice way to go, but you don't have to.
That would have been really good. I can see it. That would have been hilarious.
Like, oh yeah, that heads up. We're getting raided. Oh, who's coming in?
Glocky.
Glocky Gaming is coming in with the raid. Hang tight, because I think raids still get a shout out. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. You are just in time. We are just getting started. In fact, we've only asked the very first question. So you're just in time to learn all about the absolute fantastic RARsicle. That's okay. Work the hair.
Ad break. It's
It's
funny
fine.
because
It's
I've
fine.
watched talk shows, like, live in person, and
Right.
I've watched, like, how it all works behind the scenes.
It's amazing. Welcome
I
in,
went
Glocky
to
Gaming. Welcome in, Raiders. Yes, we have on scene with us is the fantastic and fabulous Roar Sickle. They are answering our questions today. You're welcome to pull up a chair and ask some questions yourself. It's a single channel point down there in Redeem. You don't even need to follow or anything else. Oh, thank you, Gems. Feel free to ask whatever questions. Sit around, come learn about this fantastic streamer with the rest of us as we have ourselves a jolly good time. There's a puzzle in chat. You can exclamation puzzle, jump in the puzzle. Otherwise, I have nothing else. Sorry, I just wanged my mic. That's not good. I'm just being. I talk with my hands. I'm sorry, and they go all over the place. Puzzle, yes, Yuki. Puzzle.
oh my gosh.
I feel like being in a Discord call doing puzzles with Yuki is just like being asked to get yelled at nonstop. What do you mean? I'm so relaxed right now. Stop touching that.
It's them screaming, "This is sing!"
Sorry, I'll stop messing with Yuki.
Oh my god.
Welcome to puzzle trolling. While we're
Perfect.
So, Roar, what got you into streaming?
Yeah. So I always wanted to stream, like, I always wanted to do YouTube. I
Right.
loved watching YouTube since, like, middle school. I watched all of, like, the big people like Connor Franta and, like, Zoe, and then I really got into Minecraft YouTubers.
Right.
Um, and I always felt like it was something I would wanna do, but I also was terrified of, like, the anxiety of it all and the bad comments and everything. And so for a long time, I would be like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. And then I joined Maisie Moon's stream through a raid, and I was like, oh my god, this person is so cool, so amazing. Shout out to Maisie. Um, and at that time that I was getting to know her and her community,
Mm-hmm.
I got bed bugs
No.
as I was moving to my fiance's apartment, and we like both threw furniture out, like we had no bed. And I had to throw all my furniture out, and it was like a really, really intense, expensive experience that I think nobody should go through. And so in that, my therapist was like, you should start streaming. I think this will be good for you. I think that this will be like really nice distraction from everything that you're feeling and the anxiety that you're feeling. And
Right.
so her and my fiance and Maisie were like, go stream, go do it. And I was like, oh God, okay. And so I got everything set up. And Fox with Tacos was like, everybody Rach is gonna stream. And Maisie was like, everyone Rach is gonna stream. And all these people were like shouting me out for my first stream. And I was so panicked that my first stream, I was shaking the entire time. I played Minecraft. It's not even available because I didn't even know you're supposed to click a button to save VODs. Just
Right.
not even in existence. I'm shaking the entire time. I almost accidentally doxed someone because he's like, I live in Jersey. And I'm like, no, wait, where? Because I'm. And I make the shittiest house, Nori. I make the shittiest Minecraft house you could ever see in life. And then I fall in a cave and die. I'm like, that's it. Welcome. That's my first stream.
That's
god.
incredible. Sounds like you had a good time at it, though.
I did. I It's something I've always wanted to do, and in experiencing all of the last 8 months, I think, has been the most fun that I've ever had in like a hobby or a job. And
Right.
so I think this all just lined up perfectly in being an escape from what was happening in my life and also being what I've learned that I would love to make a full-time job.
Fair.
Mhm.
I had a thought in my head, and then suddenly, like, I just made this shit house, and I'm like, oh god, and derailed commentary because my like shit house. I'm like, what is it? Did you make a dirt house? I'm like, I could see it like a square,
No,
little dirt.
it was 3 different kinds of wood, mostly birch, and it was and half dirt. The roof was dirt. It was so bad. I was shaking so bad. And everyone kept asking me questions of like, "Why'd you start streaming? What do you plan to do? What do you plan to stream?" And I was like, "Oh my god, questions, I can't."
Well, that's kind of how that works, though, right? That people
Yeah.
do come and ask you questions, and then you provide answers, and you
Mhm.
have a commentary, you get a nice little back and forth. How did you end up in horror?
So, yeah,
Like almost
that's
everything I've seen you do is basically I've seen you do like one Minecraft stream. Almost predominantly everything else has been horror related. I'm like,
yeah. So I wanted to do cozy. My whole plan was to be a cozy streamer. And
mhm,
I did Stardew and it didn't really feel right. I didn't really know what to do, how to like keep the commentary going. And so I was like,
right.
okay, well, I can't, this doesn't feel right. And then as I was going into like different things to do, I was playing Dreamlight Valley, and then I was like, "Do you guys want to continue watching Dreamlight, or do you want to watch me play this scary game?" And everyone was like, "No, we want the scares. Play the scary game." Nobody wanted Dreamlight Valley, and I was like, "Okay." And then I did like a horror night, and it got like amazing views. And I was like, "Okay, I'll just continue." And then unbeknownst to me, I just kept playing horror games because then I played Doki Doki, and that like skyrocketed, and then I was like, "Okay, well maybe I'll go back to cozy." And then it was like, "No, let's just play more horror games." And then what had happened was Code in his stream was like, "That's Farcical. She's a horror streamer." And I was like, "No, I'm not." And then all of my friends were like, "You kind of are though. You kind of only play horror games."
You kind of do. I
I
mean,
kind of do.
like how did that become a thing? I was always curious about it because you come at the horror stuff like you do yell and scream a bit when you get in there. You get scared. But I'll be honest with you, your screams are not terrifying. Like I've heard streamers that when they scream, you kind of jump out of your seats. But I am
Mhm.
fairly certain every time you scream, the rest of us are like, yeah, that's pretty funny. It's just laughing. I don't know how to say this without sounding a little rude, but it is the wimpiest scream I heard, and it's such a cozy scream.
So of you to say. The funniest part of all of this, of what this has become, is like I have been so scared of everything my entire life. I don't watch horror movies. I don't like it's to the point, Nori, that my senior documentary for college
Hmm.
was a whole documentary about me facing my fears and like going to a haunted house for the first time and like experiencing all these different things. And then it just kind of continued with my fiance making a list of horror movies on Halloween, being like, we're going to test what you can handle, which has turned into the first horror night that I played Five Nights at Freddy's. I got through like 3 nights, and Yuki was like, "You're doing weirdly well. Like, I didn't expect you to actually do well in this game." And then I started playing Poppy Playtime, and everyone's like, "Why are you doing well, though? Like, you're not even scared."
Not even scared. Like there's no phase whatsoever. Just chill, relax, cozy.
I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy the energy that it brings to me
Hmm.
and to chat. I enjoy letting everyone jump scare me because honestly, um, I don't know anyone that's watched my streams, but every time you jump scare me, I say thank you, thank you for the jump scare.
Yes, I have seen that, and like I said, cozy horror.
Cozy horror. If you want to hear a wimpy scream, watch me play Alan Wake. Watch me play Alan Wake. That
My
is
favorite bit. My
awful.
favorite bit is well. So you get the wimpy scream again. I'm terribly sorry about how I said that, but it is what it is. I'm like, I don't know how to say this nicely. It's a wimpy scream. It doesn't pitch up high enough to like scare me out of my reprieve, whatever it is. Like I can have you up on a secondary screen doing whatever I'm deciding to do, and you could cut loose with the scream in there, and I'd be like, huh? Oh yeah, that was just for, and continue on like everything's cool. I'm like, how is that a thing? But it is. It's so totally a thing. Like I said, cozy horror, and everybody's like, how do you do cozy horror? Go watch horror. Like.
How do you do cozy horror? You spend the whole time making dick jokes. I was
Uh,
playing Meet oh god, what's it called? That game where you're stuck in the app. I forget what
oh,
it's called.
Medi something.
Yeah, Medi something, Meta something, something like that. And
Uh,
we someone had said this and I think it's very clear to my streams and why they're so like cozy and not like scary is that 1 minute in like 30 seconds I went from being like show me your panties to like don't hurt me please.
don't hurt me. Don't hurt me, please. Whoa. Hey, Absentia, welcome in. But it's that sort of like you have this energy about that, and that's the other thing that I love is because right on the tail end of a scream, right? We
Mhm.
get a scream out of you, we get that, and then right on the tail end of that, then it's just like you son of a expletive, 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 expletive.
Just, just me going fuck 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 fuck.
Just I'm like, but it's fine. Like it doesn't like jar anybody. So
Mhm,
again, I say cozy horror. Um
mhm.
Totally not me trying to like push a whole genre on top of you, but it's just like how
No,
you're doing. Um
I completely rebranded. So after that had happened and everyone was like, "You are horror." I was like, "Well, you know what? I think I was struggling so much in finding what I wanted to do and what I wanted my like focus to be that I'm like, I think this
mhm.
works well. I think this is like the perfect fit. It just laid in my lap. I heavily thank Code for all of it. And I like completely rebranded. I was like, okay, add jump scare channel points. Let's change up the emotes. Let's go full throttle. We're a horror now.
Just commit to the bit. We're done.
Yeah, commit to the bit. I'm
Right?
here for it. Except I haven't played the scariest game I've played so far that like scares me is Alan Wake. I get so scared. I hate it. I know when something's coming. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to.
I actually have the Alan Wake games, and it's been one of those. I'm like, I should sit down and play that, and I have never gotten around to it. It's been on my list, but I've just never
I
gotten around to them.
I got into it
Um,
because my fiance played the second one, and I loved the song in it. And he was like, "You know what you should play next is Alan Wake." And I was like, "No, you're right, because I want to hear the song." And I forgot that it's actually scary.
this is fair. So the first question off the list here comes from the Code Drift. He would like to know if you
Mhm.
could return to any game ever and have that first play experience, what game would it be and why?
Oh god. It's so hard because my favorite game for so long was Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm one of those cozy, cause like, outside of stream, I am a cozy game person.
Right.
Um,
Well, it doesn't say on stream or
I
off stream. It
think
just says any game ever.
oh,
So
yeah, any game ever. It this is so hard. Um, I probably say my mind keeps going to Hogwarts Legacy because I love that game. I completed it 3 times. Um, but I'd probably say Baldur's Gate because both of those were the first time I ever played an RPG for like the first ever time. Because all I played was like Sims, Minecraft,
right.
um, Oxygen not included, like farming games that I never played a real RPG. And so when I played Hogwarts Legacy for the first time, I was like, "Oh, all these things I can do are so I can open a book and I have inventory or like things in an RPG that are in every RPG." And my fiance was like, "Jesus Christ on earth. Do you know how to play a game?" I was like, "I can attack people and do things. This is so cool. No one makes games like this." I had like 50 side quests that I never got done. I was so into it.
just like, yeah. Look, I can cast magic. Whew.
Look at what I can do. I have spells. I have quests. I've never had a quest before.
What is this quest that is you speak of? Huh?
Side quest? That's a real thing?
Oh, not the dreaded escort mission. What is that?
What's that do? It'd probably be that for the first, because that was just like experiencing those 2 games for the first time was so cool. And especially like Hogwarts, because like experiencing that opening to Hogwarts for the first time was just magical. And I was so hyped. I wore my Ravenclaw scarf and I had my little wand and I was so excited. And my little Xbox controller.
Game-o extartum. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have been just laughing myself silly over that one.
I know. So it's the truth.
Oh, don't forget to drink your potions. There's potions. Yes, there are.
What's a potion?
It's the thing you drink before you die.
When do I make a house?
What do you mean a house? You join one of those. What are you talking about? It's fine. It's fine. That's a fabulous game to go back to, though. I've seen people play it. I've not played it myself, but I have watched other people play the game. It looks to be rather engaging.
Yeah. 75% of it is super fun. The last 25%, you're like, can this game be fucking over? And it's the honest truth. Anyone that plays it, tell me I'm wrong. The last 25%, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm done. Stick a fork in me. You can have it. My only problem with that is I've never played the game before. I've only watched people play it, and unfortunately I'm a little too old to be a big Hogwarts fan.
I'm That
Like
makes
I
sense.
remember when the books came out and everything else, and I'm like, whatever.
So funnily enough, I didn't read the books until a year ago. This is if you want a funny story, a funny raw
Go for it.
lore story.
Go for it.
I wasn't allowed to watch the movies until I read the books, and at the time I had no care to read the books as a child. So what happened was I had only seen like 3 of the movies. And then my friend at the midnight invited me to the midnight premiere of the last movie of the whole series. And I had only seen 3 movies and I don't even remember which 3. So I know nothing. And it's me, her, and her mom. They try to explain things to me. Both of them fall asleep. Dead serious. Both of them fall asleep. I am alone in a crowded theater knowing nothing. A Dementor comes on the screen for the first time and I want to scream. I'm terrified. I don't know what this is, what it does. It's terrifying. All I remember is clapping when everyone else clapped. And I remember experiencing, not my daughter, you bitch, like live in this theater. And everyone lost their goddamn shit. Everyone lost their shit. And I was like, what's happening? Yeah, we hate her. Yeah, I totally know what's happening. It wasn't until college that my roommate sat me down and had me watch all the movies in order. So I'm a late fan. We do stand Molly Weasley. I get that now.
Yeah, definitely did not put enough puzzle pieces in this puzzle. I didn't realize we were getting the professional puzzlers showing up tonight.
I know.
I would have made this like 1200. We're gonna have to go find another puzzle. That's what we're gonna have to do. It's fine. The Code Drift would also like to know, and we got a whole series from the Code Drift. So
I saw.
Actually, let's do this because I know where Greeny's at and Hype Piece is in the corner. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. They can kind of see what I'm doing. Like that doesn't work so well. Let's do this real quick. We're gonna intersperse some of Code's questions with Green Emerald Dragon because they are in another part of the country where they're going to be going to bed soon. So I'd like to get their answers before they disappear.
Yeah.
So Green Emerald would like to know if you could be transported into a game that you've played on stream, what would it be and why?
Oh God. What games have I played? Wait, what games have I played? I've played one-off games. Wait. Honestly, I would want to say Baldur's Gate. I would want to say Baldur's Gate. I think that would be so much fun, and I think that I could survive. Because, yeah, I think I could survive. I think I could chill in the Emerald Forest, you know, with all the druids and just be chill. Just be one of those people that's, yeah, be one of those people that's silently like, yeah, we hate her. Thank you for killing her. Thanks.
Jason, after what's his name? Halsin, right?
Yeah, just like me, Daddy Halsin is all I need. Just be a druid NPC, exactly, Emerald.
Hang tight, here comes Daddy.
Just like sneak in to where Halsin lives and just be like, hey. You can go on this whole adventure or you can just hang with me. Like, which do you prefer, Halsin? Let's be honest here. I'll do the bear. I love reading Choosing the Bear like literally as I say, I'll do the bear.
Right? It's fine.
Right?
Exactly,
Let's
right?
go.
Let's go. I mean, I can dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Code Drift would like to know, who is your dream collab?
Like out there would never happen dream.
You can't say never happened. I would never say
Okay, I
never
wouldn't
happened
say
because
never
you
happen. I won't
don't
say
know
never
what tomorrow
happen.
brings.
My dream collab would be Maitre. Maitre is a great actress that is in this show on Netflix called Never Have I Ever. It's one of my favorite shows on Earth. I think it was so excellently well done and it really captures a lot of things. But she
Mhm.
streams and she streams Paper Mario and a bunch of other stuff. And I would love to collab with like one of my favorite actresses. I think that would just be really fun and cool. And she's a really fun streamer.
I have never heard of the show, Never Have I Ever, but now I'm going to have to go look it up.
It's really good. It really explains the teenage girl experience.
Oh, well, then I'm going to be lost in that. Never mind.
Oh, you will. Yeah. I don't think you would be into it. It like really goes deep into like depression and anxiety and like making the worst decisions as a teenage girl, but it's excellently well done.
I will have to take your word on that one because I'm like, yeah, I have no clue now.
It's totally
Like just
fine.
the
Don't
description,
worry
I'm
about
like,
it.
nope. Suddenly my interest level like goes, yeah, I got no. I'm sorry.
No.
No, I won't catch any of it. You know, it's okay. I am willing to admit when I have no clue about the conversation topics and I know how to see my way out of it. It's good. It's fine.
It's good. It's fine. We're good. It's all Gucci.
I was like, oh, that sounds like it. Well, so I'm used to like everybody's like, yes, never have I ever. I'm like, okay, those are really fun party games,
Mm-hmm.
right? You get to learn an awful lot about the individuals that are playing this, and you can learn some. Like there was a whole TikTok trend going around where they were like two best friends who were like, never have I ever, and we're doing things on their little. So I'm like, yeah, this sounds like a great little. That's a fun get to know you sort of thing. I can do that. Fine.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like this is what this is going to be about. I'm like, okay, well, this could. I'm not certain what they would do. Like to me, it's like Jackass, right? It's like, oh, we're just going to do a lot of really stupid things or say a lot of really stupid things, and fine, I can get into that. And you're like, no.
It's about
like,
a teenage girl whose dad dies right in front of her, and her going through like the healing process of having lived through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Sorry,
It's totally
I'm gonna
fine.
if that sounds like something that's your dime, absolutely go check it out, folks. I'm sorry, I'm out. I'm okay.
Rose is asking you to vacuum the puzzle.
Absolutely.
What does that mean?
It takes all the puzzle pieces that are outside and then
got it.
Makes them look nice and clean again.
Understood.
Because people, you get in there, you start moving puzzle pieces around and everything, and then you can just like throw them back in there.
Makes sense. Oh my god, a cat!
Yes, we have string cats.
He's so cute. Such a cute kitty. Oh my
god! Yes, there is a string cat.
There's a cat. Only I can see the cat. Haha, fuckers. Such a cute kitty. Oh my god.
Yes, this is my big 12-pound.
Stream is on pause for a cat you can't even see.
Yeah. You get for misbehaving. We want to see the cats. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, unfortunately,
Sucks to
I only
suck.
have the one camera, and the one camera is currently focused in on
Skill
Discord right now.
issue.
So, not even a skill issue, just tech issue. Discord and
Yeah.
OBS want to claim solid ownership over the camera, and they don't play nice.
Unfortunately, man. That is true.
Remind me next time I'm live. I will fetch Kitty, and you can see Kitty after you paid the camera tax to turn the camera on.
That is right.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Green Emerald Dragon would like to know if you were isekai'd in a world of sword and magic, and you can have 5 skills and or gifts, what would it be and why?
What is isekai?
Okay, so
Does that just
isekai.
mean like fall into?
No, isekai is a term for a series of animes
Oh.
that means taken to another world.
Oh.
And
okay.
so generally the main character is teleported and or transported or summoned or reincarnated or something, and they go from our world to a new world with some sort of
I'm sorry, Yuki. Don't watch much anime.
It's fine, but that's what it means. Generally speaking, it's like you're summoned in as the hero, as the main character hero for the anime adventure, and it's your job to set right the world. Though there have been a few isekais where like that's not the sort of thing, but generally.
What are 5 magical things that I would want?
Yep,
like
magical skills or gifts. Yeah, they could be skills. Okay. They could be anything from like generic abilities, like the ability to scale any surface, which could just be a physical, or you could be like, oh, I want to be super strong, or
read minds. Yes. Create water from thin air. Go invisible. I would want to be skilled in combat and using a bow and arrow.
So you're going to be a mind-reading, invisible water demon that kicks butt and shoots arrows.
Yeah, sounds perfect.
I feel like we just described the jellyfish.
That's perfect. I do want to survive the Hunger Games. I can't survive the Hunger Games. We're not getting into this. That's going to derail the whole interview.
That doesn't.
It's going to derail the whole interview. No, listen. Okay. I could survive the Hunger Games. Just because I have no combat skills and no survival skills doesn't mean that I couldn't survive, okay? I can hide, okay? I can hide. I can sprint. I can hide. I am an extrovert. I'll befriend Districts 1 and 2, okay? I'll befriend them, and then I'll be like PETA, I'll be like PETA. I'll just be like, here, go kill them. And then when like everything's down to the wire and they're like, die, bitch, I'm gonna be like, no, and just like run away.
See, I just assumed that Roar would survive the Hunger Games because they would just, toss the hair and then they would get instant gifts from everybody. It's like, ha, here you go. We'll send you tools. I'm so hungry. Can of food.
Just send me a knife with like clear instructions about how to use it.
Pointy end goes into other person. a label on the handle. Handle, hold me here.
Here. Just like hide at night, like up in a tree, and just be like, oh, I could really use some food, and just like 5 things fall from the sky.
The immortal jellyfish.
No work.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
We don't have to get into it.
I feel
It's
like we
the
did get
same-
into it just a little bit.
We
but
did. I
it's
could
fine.
get into it more, Nori. Don't even start.
It's not like we don't have time.
Well,
Are you
it's
kidding me?
that. So they get frustrated by that. My friends, my lovely friends. That, and every time the Olympics comes on, I love the Olympics. I love the Olympics. Every time the Olympics comes on, I'm like, I could do it. I could totally do it. And I fully believe that I could do ski jump, okay? And I get it. Look, I know what you're gonna say. I know you're gonna bring up that guy that did ski jump at the Olympics when he had no experience and broke his legs. I get it. Look, I could do it. All you have to do is go like this and like land. Like, it's not that hard.
That's right. Exactly. Like how's
I
that
can do
hard?
it.
Just stick
All
your
I
arms
want
behind.
is to be in
just-
the Olympics, Nori. I just want to be in the Olympics, Nori, so bad. So
Hey, Wars, welcome in.
bad.
That's all you got to do. All you have to do is Naruto run down the mountain. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like, just-
You go down
Done.
the thing, you go like this, and then you're there.
you're done, right?
It's
You'll be
fine.
fine.
If I break my legs, it's well worth it.
Just stick to landing.
Yeah.
Hobble away from it. They'll never know.
Yeah, see, exactly, Emerald. If that lady can go on the fucking Olympics and do whatever the hell that was, I can go on the Olympics. It's only fair. Momo, you have to use the channel point.
Yes, please a reminder. It's a simple 1-point redeem, but we do remind people to please make sure you're using it. That way we don't lose track of the questions and all the chat going on there. Ran Gone Wild, welcome in.
Fran. Okay. I'm done. Good now.
Let's see. The Code Drift would like to know what's been the most rewarding part of your streaming journey here on Twitch so far.
I would say all of the friends that I've been able to make and the communities that I've entered that have accepted me in and that love and appreciate me and trust me to be like a mod is the most rewarding. I never expected to get to where I am or to be trusted by so many people to help run their streams or to be a part of it and be someone that gets to help them and cheer them
Mhm.
on and they cheer me on. And I think that's the most rewarding. I never expected it. I love all the friends I've made. I love all the relationships that I've made. And they all mean a lot to me.
The
And-
camaraderie.
Yeah, it's the most rewarding. I've never had this many friends before. And it makes me want to cry sometimes when I get like in my feels. It makes me want to cry that I have so many friends that like care about me and like are there and love me and
Right?
want
And
we
I-
all want the best for each other. And I think it's so
yeah.
important. I've never felt so supported by people before. By a
And-
multitude of people.
The fun part is, I think you just recently passed 300 followers.
Did.
300
Which is
excited
wild.
people that are loving to see you go live every time you go live. They're just there.
Oh, it makes me want to cry like all the time. I'm not kidding. It makes me want to cry all the time. I adore you guys.
It's good to have friends.
It is good to have friends. I've never had this many friends that I feel like I could completely trust.
What's your favorite not leg breaking sport? look. Figure skating, you get your leg broken if you're the wrong person. If you know, then you know.
I mean, if we're really gonna get into this, Momo knows this very well. Mark knows this. My fiance knows this very well. I would be so down to get my arm bitten off by a shark. Look, I understand the face that you're making right now. Get it. I was obsessed with Soul Surfer as a kid.
I'm going through my checklist for Talk Tuesday. Arm bitten off by shark, unfortunately, is not a square on any. Like, it is not part of any bingo card that I have. I'm like, where did that? No, got nothing for that. Extra note: arm bitten off by a shark. We'll see if that one comes around again.
Just think that it would be so interesting. Like, if I experience that, not on purpose, but like if it happened and I was like in the hospital and they were like, your arm's gone, it would be like, well, that's kind of cool.
It just I'm having these visions, right? Where it's like, I lost the arm, but I still have the great hair. Oh wait, that arm doesn't work anymore. It's gone.
The thing is, like it would have to be like, obviously, like my left arm would be the one that like I would want to go. But I have had this conversation with my fiance where he was like, I can't let you, because I would love to swim with sharks. I would love to swim with sharks. And my fiance was like, I'm so terrified of you swimming with sharks because I don't want to get a call. I'm like, she stuck her arm out.
The shark decided to have a bit of a nosh. Tasty. Roar meat. It's the other delicious.
And I'm like waking up in the hospital and he's like there over me and he's like, oh, she's awake. And I'm like, I did it.
Bucket list check.
There's potentially someone here that's never heard that. That's never gonna let me near sharks.
I don't know what to say.
Rethink your bucket list, chat. Look, no one's saying it has to happen, but if it did happen, it would be like you would have a story to tell. Like everyone would always be like, "Where'd your arm go?" And then you get to tell a whole story about how a shark took your arm off. Tell me I'm wrong.
Where did your arm go? You see,
I wrote white.
Funny story. Funny story, right? I learned that you don't stick your arm out and flip the bird to a hammerhead shark. It's just. You don't just stick your arm out there, but like blub 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 blub, get nailed. They don't like that so well.
They don't really like it. They don't really like it that much. It's fine. What's the next question?
let's just move away from this topic, please. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Momo Ramsey would like to know, Rach, what is your favorite extreme sports activity that you've done or would like to do someday?
Skydiving. I went skydiving for my 25th birthday, and it was one of the coolest experiences I've ever done, and I want to do it again. It was amazing. It was 15,000 feet, I think. And you have to sign a waiver like 7 times saying that like I understand I might die
Well,
before
yeah.
they let you do it. I did it in the middle of nowhere in Florida, and it was awesome. And I got a video of it, and yeah, I would
Middle
totally
of
do that again.
nowhere in Florida.
Hmm. I would never go bungee jumping. I trust falling out of the air more than I trust bungee jumping.
Fair.
Um, yeah, yeah, that's the one that I think is my favorite. I always wanted to do it.
Take care, Greenie. Have yourself a good evening. I think we
Bye.
got your questions answered before you took off.
It's so wonderful to meet you.
As always, it's a pleasure, Greenie. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not big on skydiving. I have a serious issue with heights.
Yeah, lots
Funny
of
enough.
people aren't. If I had to choose how I die, I would love, not love, that's a weird word to say. Um, I would be okay with like falling and going like splat.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the only reason why I say absolutely not is because you've got time to consider other options on your way down.
Yeah. But if you're like, if you're choosing how to die, then you know that you're going to die. So
I
then it's more
understand
of
that.
just like, yeah.
But on my way down, first off, you're going to hit terminal velocity on your way down. And on
Well,
my
yeah,
way
you'll
down,
die.
you've got, at this point, I'm looking at the ground rushing up at me. And I'm like, I could have just taken the gunshot to the head. Like I could have taken that ice cold bath and went to sleep
Oh my
and done hypothermia. That would have been much easier, much chiller, much I'm not just like
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. I'm like falling to my
Yeah,
death,
no, that's
not
true.
on my top 10 because that it gives me far too many time to consider other alternatives. Like that would have been such a much better idea.
Yeah, I do get that. I see the trajectory. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the ground. It'll get here, and God, it's just taking forever to get here.
This thing is so long. Well, depending on what height you fall from, you would die before you even hit the ground.
Oop.
I've thought this through. I've thought this through because I was terrified for so long that I would get like serial killer murdered because my family watched a lot of Criminal Minds when I was growing up.
Oh, that'll do it to you.
So I was like terrified for a really long time, like massively terrified of getting
Right.
like serial killer murdered
I can see
and
that.
like tortured and things. So like when I do watch scary movies, I can't watch horror porn or like what's it called? Slasher porn, like where it's not porn, but you know what I'm talking about where it's like, oh my god. It's like gory, it's like overload gore.
Yes.
Like I can't watch it. It makes me sick. It makes me want to like sob. I can't do it. So I'm more of like psychological suspense or like horror in the ways of like jump scares and stuff rather than ones like The Terrifier is something I would
Right.
never watch. Yeah. Stuff like that. Or like Cocaine Bear. That's not a horror movie. I'm just saying. And it's not interested.
uh, like some of the ways, I mean, if we're going to talk about this for a second, we'll like Saw And the
Mhm.
various methodologies that they used in Saw just is brutal.
It's brutal. I am
And
not looking forward to the day I get shown Saw. I'm really not.
and it's brutal on it's brutal on the way that it's you've got to make a choice.
Mhm.
And no matter which choice you make, it's not going to be quick and easy. It's going to be brutal and painful.
Yeah.
Like, so you're stuck with a damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of situation,
Mhm.
and none of the options are good.
No, none of them. Absolutely. I've seen videos. I saw this video of like one of the Saw movies where it's like these two guys and then the girl, and they're like deciding which of the three of them to like murder
Mm-hmm.
because it was like this like cheating scandal or whatever, and then they end up
Right.
murdering the girl, and it made me so uncomfortable. I hated it. I was like, why? Why is this? Why is it public? Why are they public? Why is that a thing? Why is no one stopping this? Why isn't there like a police officer or something being like, why is there this random glass room where these people are murdering each other? But whatever. It's fine.
There was there was a horror movie that I watched. It was a collection of short stories.
Hmm.
Um, and so one of them involved it was just absolutely brutal. Um, so a guy had killed the other dude's wife, right?
Hmm.
And so every year for the last 7 years now, um, he comes in. The guy whose wife he killed would come in, sign a piece of paper, and that
Hmm.
piece of paper basically said what they were going to surgically remove from this guy. And for the last 7 years, they have been like surgically removing a piece from him, um, slowly killing him over time, and selling off the pieces of whatever they take off from him to wherever,
Oh.
doing whatever. But it's just like this horribly slow kill. And like when they show it to you, he goes into surgery and comes back out, and they've removed his tongue and his ability to talk. And so he's just like, so he can no longer plead at this point, and it's just, oh, it was gruesome. That's a level
I
of
hate
like
that.
evil, and I'm like, I
Oh
can't.
God.
Like
No.
that's just
Mm-mm.
terrifying to me.
Yeah, that reminds me of that movie where that guy slowly got turned into a walrus. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen it and I never want to. It looks so bad and just like, why? Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Why do we do this?
I don't know.
That's anyway, that's coming from the horror streamer. So
Code Drift says, kitties. Have you always been a cat person? Roar.
so no. I was not a cat. Well, depends on what always is. My sister had a cat when I was younger that hated my guts. And she terrified me, and she scared the living shit out of me, and she did not like me, and she hurt me a lot. And I was like terrified of her. But then we lived in a different state and like away from my sister, and this cat found us. His name Cody is my family cat for like 14 years, like a really long time. And Cody came to our house as like a little kitten that we think was birthed like a few blocks away, and was just like, you're my family now. And my mom had never owned a cat, like by herself, and had no idea what to do with
Mm-hmm.
Cody. And he was a tuxedo cat, and he was just adorable. He was the cutest little kitten in the entire world. He did not give a shit, and he was an outdoor cat. Like, he was the kind of motherfucker that you could not keep in a house. And he killed everything. He loved decapitating rabbits, um, squirrels, birds, you name it. He once tried to attack a deer. And one place that we lived in, I swear to God, he was in a cat gang. I swear to God, Nori, he was in a cat gang with the other cats in the neighborhood. And like if he
Just
was
strut
outside,
around.
yeah, and if he was outside, you weren't allowed to talk to him. Like if he was outside and you were like, "Cody," he'd be like, "No, I
Right.
don't know them. They're just the people that feed me."
Let me find the
So I
window
love
here.
he made me love cats. And then I told my fiance that wants a dog. I was like, "No, we're getting two cats.
Yeah, we're getting 2 cats.
We're getting two cats.
All right.
No dogs."
I had to go get some more puzzles because
Yeah.
750 pieces did not last nearly long enough with these group of professional puzzlers.
I know.
You know what? Oh, I think I've done all the cat puzzles over here on this site, though. But we might as well find a kid. Ooh, that's a pretty kitty. All right. Yeah, let that set up, do his thing. That's pretty funny though. I never had a cat growing up. We weren't allowed to have a cat growing up because my younger brother was highly allergic to cats.
Oh
So all
no.
we could ever have was a dog. So growing up for
Oh.
me as a kid, all I ever knew for a pet was a dog. And if I ever wanted to hang with a cat, I had to go over to my friend's house. But then after hanging with my friend's house, when I would come home, I would have to go straight into the shower and get a bath or shower up after it was done with, because it would set off all of his allergies. And that was just the way it was. So I typically didn't go hang out at the friend's house who had cats, because that was it's not kosher growing up. Of course, it was
Yeah.
my younger brother, and everything always had to happen his way, anyways.
No, I get
But
that. My stepmom's highly allergic. My brother found out he's allergic, and my mom's now allergic. So all of my family is like, I can never visit your apartment. And I'm like, I'm not
um,
changing it.
well,
And it
and
was,
my brother can't come visit me anymore either, and I'm like,
no,
oh,
no, no. The
unfortunate.
funny part of that, though, is that when I had the bed bugs and I was like really itchy and I didn't know why, my parents so badly were like, "You're allergic to cats. Get rid of the cats. You're allergic. That's what it is. You're allergic." And I was like, that would make no sense. That would make no sense. And I wasn't allergic. It was bed bugs. But it was so hysterical how much they wanted me to be allergic to cats. And I'm like, do you know the
Wow.
shit that I would go through to keep the cats?
You have no idea.
These
Oh,
are my pride. These are my children. I will spend whatever amount of money to keep my cats.
here they come. I was going to say, okay, new puzzle's up! Exclamation puzzle, and they've already discovered. They're like, nope, nope, we see it. It's there.
Already on it. Puzzle. They're sick, Nori. They're
Diving right
obsessed.
on into it. It's fine. It's fine. Well, that's what we do here on Talk Tuesdays. It allows people to. Well, so originally this was done to. I had a different game here that we ran, which was just a little puzzle game, and I was just kind of fiddling with the controller while we would talk.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had a guest come on, like, no, I want to do something with you. Let's just do a puzzle. And so we did a 2-player puzzle, and then people were like, well, we want to do the puzzle too. And so we found this online puzzle system, and so that's just kind of
Yeah.
where this all evolved from. And so,
I love it. I'm here for it. I love the way that it makes Yuki lose her goddamn mind. That's what I'm here for.
I was not ignoring you, Wars. Was not.
Don't worry, Wars.
Wars is a previous Talk Tuesday guest from Australia. That was a fun one.
That's nice. I want to go to Australia. I always wanted to go to Australia.
I did not cause the electrical issues.
It sounds like you caused the electrical issues. I hate
Look,
to say this.
I'm in the wires.
Sounds like you
but I
caused
need the wires
the
to
electrical
work.
issues.
I can't cause electrical issues. If I cause electrical issues, then I have issues.
That's like when I go into streams and I'm like, I'm innocent. I'm so innocent, everyone.
So innocent. So innocent.
I would never cause a problem.
To jail. I run to jail.
Don't you dare. What do you mean, Fox? I'm not lying.
Code would also like to know what's the most trouble the kitties have gotten into.
When I first, okay, nobody can tell, okay? No, okay? When I first moved in with my fiance, my cats liked to play with like the blind strings. Day 2, Swiss broke the blind, like completely broke the blind string in our office and broke the blind. And they were broken, and the landlord was like, you have to fix this. And like we didn't know what to do, and the blinds are really old, so then we just duct taped it to like the top, but then the duct tape kept failing, and so then she kept getting mad at us, so then I just cut the whole thing off. I was like, you know what, we'll just deal with it when we move out. And then I put like this blanket over it because I was streaming at like 2 p.m. and the sun goes directly in. And then she was like, what is this blanket? You can't have this blanket here. And I was like, okay. So it's just like this open window with nothing in it. So at 2 p.m. when I'm playing games, the sun's like directly on me. But that's the most annoying thing that has like ruined my life for months. Is blind broken.
Damn you, kitties! You had to tear off
so
the
many
one thing you had to decide you were going to chomp to bits. That was the thing you decided to tear up. So mean. So mean.
It's so rude.
Hello, Ross. Welcome in.
There. Hi, Ross. Hi, stream wife.
It's not bad. And even more kitties. Do you have a favorite kitty, or are they all the best? Fox with Taco Sparkles. Fox with Taco. Put emotes in here. Or are they all the best kitties?
They're all the best kitties. They're all the best kitties, but they're both good for different reasons. So they're complete opposites of each other. So Lavender is a black cat who loves to eat and is lazy as all get out. She's very lazy. The only time that she will come to you is when she wants to eat, and she will sit on your face until you feed her. And she loves to play with this one toy that's just like this ball in a circle that she just kicks around, and it has to be under the coffee table. And it's either that or she'll like hide somewhere and like attack you. Like she loves to come in when I'm going to the bathroom, jump into our shower and slap me from under the shower curtain. She gets a big smile on her face. It's a whole thing. And then Swiss is the most hyperactive cat that you will have ever met in your entire life. They're both complete opposites. Lavender will hide for 4 hours if you come to my house for 10 minutes. Swiss will smell your feet immediately. She's the pickiest eater I've ever met. I almost named her Alcatraz because she escapes everything. She will meow to God heaven if you do not give her attention every 10 minutes. I love her. She loves getting her butt smacked. She's here for everything. She loves to chase things. She's so hyperactive that she's so skinny because she's a picky eater and she runs around all over the goddamn place that I've had to go to the vet 3 times and be like, is this a problem? Like, is her weight okay? Because everyone's like, oh, she's a kitten. And I'm like, she's like a year and a half old. Like, she's just skinny. And it stresses me out, but I love both of them to the ends of the earth. One of them just gives me hives. Although the other one loves to roll around in a clean litter box and then jump on my bed with her black fur all covered in litter. So that's fun. It's a fun experience.
I
In
feel
the
like you
morning.
just described my cats.
So why do they do that? Why? No one has explained this to me. She just rolls around in it and then she'll stare at me as she's in the most weird position in the litter box. And I'm like, I have to clean this. I have to slowly pet through your fur and take out all the litter. Interesting.
It's yeah. So the one that I was holding up, that's my litter box roller. That's
I don't get it. But it's fine. It's whatever. I love her.
it's just it's a bizarre kitty thing. Yeah. So I've got two cats, right? Winter and Woods. Winter was the one I was holding up. He's the wild man of Borneo. Runs everywhere. Wants to greet everybody who comes to the door. Doesn't know any strangers or anything else of that nature. Like no shy, no whatever. Woods, however, is eats extremely lazy, and anybody so much as wiggles the doorknob and he's out of sight. You just won't see him.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Mine's the absolute same. Every time our cat sitter comes, it takes 3 days for Lavender to be like, who are you? Where's my mother? Leave. And meanwhile, Swiss is like up face to the phone, like, hi. I've heard you give butt smacks.
That's yeah. Sorry.
She's the weirdo.
I mean, but they're cats, right? I mean,
they are cats.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's a dirty little cheat there, Code, but we're going to give it to you anyways. Code Drift would like to know, are there any exclamation commands that your chat hasn't found yet?
Oh God.
What I would say is, if there are, answer with a yes, but don't say what it is.
I don't think so. I mean, it depends, because it's been so many months that there's commands that I think people forget exist. So that's like a yes or no. There's only my mods know every command, and they'll often like use one. But there's one command that hasn't been used in a really long time that has sound. So it's like a yes or no.
Sounds like a challenge.
It's on the list. I always have to update this list, but it's on there.
See, and that's, I find it like I think I've got close to like 70 or 80 commands in my command. Well, I can just go look them up real quick. I can tell you how many commands there are there.
Time to find the command.
I have 118 commands.
I have so fucking many. I have a yellow command because for some reason one day everybody kept chanting yellow at me and kept chanting yellow, 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 yellow. And then they were like, Fox. And then they were like, make your tag yellow. Make it yellow right now. And they were like, make the bot yellow. And I was like, what's happening right now? Why are we making everything yellow? When did this even come to be? And then they were like, make a yellow command right now. Yellow. So there's a yellow command. Thank you, Yuki. There is a yellow command because one day everyone was like, yellow. And I was like, okay, this is what we're doing now. I had to log out of my stream account and into my bot account to make it yellow. So people stop yelling at me. That's probably the funniest command I've ever had to make.
Oh. Oh no, I had at one point I had taken up this crusade that I was going through all of my favorite streamers that I watch on a regular basis and collecting awkward moments in like clips that I thought were really fantastic. And so I would clip them out, then I would download them, edit the clips so that they fit in a certain specific time frame window and whatnot. And then I've been adding, I started adding them as like little exclamation commands. So there's like exclamation commands for like Swifty Squirrel and a number of other ones that I'm just going to do this for every streamer that I get to know of. I'm just going to stick one of these in here for everybody. At one point it got to a point I was like, okay, I have far too many of these things. Nobody even knows what they are anymore. They're just not even being used anymore. So I stopped making them. But it's like 118, 120 commands in there. I'm like, oh, I should probably clean that up.
I made sound commands for like friends, and then I realized like this would get a lot to make like too many. So now I only do it if it like makes sense. Like when I first met Cell, for some reason I kept being like, my boy, like in Harry, like the super depressing scene in Harry Potter. And then I was going through sounds and I found the sound for like, my boy, they murdered my boy. And so I made it Cell's command. That's the only one I've done in so long.
That's fantastic. But I mean, you know, I like the exclamation commands. They're fun, but they're one of those things I find, and I don't know if you have the same experience or not. I found if they're not like an easy to push button, nobody thinks about them. They don't get used a whole lot unless they're like a personal sound effect that they just love to hear over and over again.
No, mine get used all the time.
Roar gets spammed.
Roar gets spammed. Gutter now gets spammed after I added that. That gets spammed.
Yeah.
I played a game. I played this dating simulator that ended up being scary, which is so funny how that all works. Ended up being scary. Didn't know. That created a command that said ass. And because in this dating game you had to film their asses, so it created this command that went, and so that would get spammed, and you would just hear for like a full 30 seconds, like, S. And then they'll use their personal commands. So interspersed with this is just the most random of sounds for like 30 seconds, to the point where sometimes I just sit there and I'm just like, I'll let you
get it out your system. It's fine.
Get it out of your system. And especially if new people come in, I'm like, welcome. This is what we do. We scream ass. And then I have a command that plays a portion of that song Juice that's like, it's not my fault that I'm out here getting loose. And so like that would be interspersed with ass. Creates the funniest moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there absolutely is spectacular moments.
it gets used more than my channel points. To be honest with you, Nori.
Well, but I mean, that's kind of the point, right?
Mhm.
Is for those to be used like that. It's just, yeah, I've not ever had a whole lot of success with mine. You apparently have had monstrous hits with yours, which
So
is
much success. Nothing's better than getting scared in Alan Wake while people are just going roar, 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 interspersed with 303 songs. Get the life scared out of me and then get told dirty mind, dirty mind.
I mean, might as well have fun with it, right?
Yeah. It's what makes it cozy. Can't be scared. You can't be scared.
You can't be scared if you're just laughing. If you're just laughing nonstop. Like, it's a little hard for it to be terrifying when you're just laughing like a. I know.
Chat is not always innocent. Shut up, Absentia.
I would honestly say that chat is innocent only about 1% of the time.
1% of the time. Chat is never innocent. Thank you, Fennec.
No. It's rioting already. Riot!
Oh my god.
By the way, and that particular command right there is only there because people wanted to be able to start rioting, because they are used to rioting in like your channel and a number of other places. They're like, we like to riot. I'm like,
yeah,
rioting. I think you're rioting in the wrong places to riot.
Imagine being rioted to make everything in your life yellow.
I would laugh at him because no, I wouldn't. There would never be anything yellow.
Yellow.
Saying that, I'm looking around. Is there any? Well, there's some yellow confettis that pop up. You'll have to, but that's about as good as it gets. Deal with it. Clanky would like to know, did you or did you not say Sky's Fun Channel, I'm more like 200% horny? What?
Yeah, so this happened today. I was falsely accused of saying that I am 200% horny. It did not happen. These are all lies. Code was there, tags was there, multiple people were there and can prove my innocence. If Anubis is here, there was a false quote made saying, no, Rar says she is horny. That never happened. I had a lot of false accusations today. Let me tell ya.
You're gonna have
to screenshots. Screenshot. Oh my god. What happens when I use my horny command? It answers and it puts out a percentage, and that's what it does. I'm not going to say what the percentage is. I don't think it's important what the percentage says. Hi, babe. I don't think it's important what the percentage says. I think what's important here is I'm getting falsely accused in multiple streams today.
Well, okay.
I don't know. So everyone's getting this 200%, okay?
The percentage is very important. Apparently, there's something about this percentage that requires some more investigative measures.
Breaking news: Rara accused of being horny.
Hang
I
on a second.
know.
We,
Hmm?
we, we can we can we can do this. We can do this. Where'd you go? Give me here. Give me that. Give me that.
Kitty.
Mm. Nope, I guess we can't do it. I was like, where did it go? It's missing. Oh well. Oh, there it is. Breaking news! Breaking news! I can't. I was like, oh, I could just do a commercial over top of this, and I can't. I can't. The problem with those is I got to keep a straight face, and I just Nori Discord. What about my Discord? Yeah,
Oh
I'm in
my God,
Discord.
Clanky, did you put it in the Discord? Clanky, Clanky, I thought we were cuddle buddies. Multiple witnesses claiming 200%. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Look,
Wow.
there's a percentage, okay? There, maybe it's 200, maybe it's 120. I don't know. There's a percentage that comes up when I put in my horny command. And that
I seem
percentage,
I seem to recall that percentage coming up, and I always, if I recall correctly, I kind of raised my eyebrow at that because I'm like, of all of the personalities that float around here, I don't think that you quite reach that number on a regular basis. I'm
thank you,
just
Nori.
I'm just saying
That's
I had
the
been meaning to question you about that because I think your number count there is a little inaccurate.
yeah. I it was like a joke. Thank you. It was like a joke when I made the command that if I did it, it would be this exorbitant number. And what
Mm-hmm.
was really funny about it was when it all started of like Rachel's horny. Um, what had happened was I had entered like these streaming communities that were like really 18 plus and mature and everything, and I would watch these streams or like my friends' streams, and I'd be like, I'm not even that horny. Like compared to some people that I watch, I'm not even that horny. Like there's hornier people out there. You can riot. I'm right. What do you mean some people? What, Anubis? What? At 1:12 p.m. Clanky, what is happening here? What is going on? Whatever.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's whatever.
It is fine. It's
Okay.
over
The
the
horniest? No,
you've
you
been
go.
at
You
this.
talk.
You're fine. I mean, you've been streaming for how long? You said now 8 months.
8 months, I think? No. Yeah, 8 months, I think.
8 months.
Mhm.
And so in 8 months you have gathered 300 followers, 300 plus followers. I think the last time I looked at it was like 345. I would have to go check your number again, but like you're coming up on that. We're not even talking 400 because at the rate you're going to blow past 400. So you're coming up on that big 500 number. Are you
It's
A,
terrifying.
ready for it? And B, are you making any plans towards some sort of fun activity to celebrate with all of your growing community of friends?
I know what I have wanted to do when I reach 500. It's not a number I expected to even be in the vicinity of something that I could reach so quickly. And there's a lot of ideas that I have. There's a number in my head for how long the stream would be. Lots of people don't believe I could do this number. I would try. Um, but there's definitely ideas going around, but I never expected it. It's kind of wild. When I hit 200 at like end of January, early February, and then like immediately hit 300, I was like, what the fuck? Like it had been less than a month and I got 300. And I was like, that's not even, no, no, what? And it's terrifying. It's a lot. I'm not ready for it. I'm so appreciative of it and I love it. 72, 69? No. Let's go more like 24. Let's say like 24. Let's stick with that number. Let's not go more than that. 69-hour stream. Jesus Christ. Thank you,
Now,
Anubis. It's a lot.
it is
It's
a
like
lot.
one of my favorite comedians and one of my favorite stand-ups. He's like, I never thought I would get to this level of like notoriety in this career. And it's like, obviously that's like completely different because that's like a Netflix special and everything. But I feel that so hard every time the number keeps growing is like, I never expected this. I honestly expected to like fail spectacularly and be like, nah, c'est la vie, move on. I never expected to be here.
Well, okay, so you're like fail spectacularly. What's your idea of failing spectacular? Like, what was the thing that would have like kicked you out? Be like, okay, you know what, this is definitely not a thing that I should be doing and give up on. Because obviously you've not hit that. You're not anywhere close to being able to hit that.
No,
You're just an up and coming rising superstar. So like, what was your like? I'm that's it. I'm done. This is not for me. I'm curious now.
when I first started, so like something that I've also told people when they first start streaming is like your first stream, if you like really build it up, is like massive, right? Like it like you get a lot of viewers and it's like really big, but then like what happened for me and what I know happens for a lot of other people is that your second stream like really knocks down. And what had happened was my second stream, I tried to play Stardew and I got everything set up. And I did one
Mhm.
of those things that you should never do when you start streaming and have your viewer count there. Never do that. Because what had happened was I knew that only 3 people were watching. And I knew that those 3 people were my 2 best friends that are watching this and my fiance. And so, like, I'm playing this game and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. No one's here. Why am I doing this? I'll just play games with you guys. And after that, I was like, well, let me play like an exciting game or like a game I really want to play or like a long game. So then I started playing. Oh God, what was the game that I played, Yuki? Let me pull up my Steam. What I always forget the name. Uh, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, play it, play it, play it." It's like this anime game, and there's like 5 Persona. Persona.
Oh,
I played Persona
I'm
4.
sorry.
4? 4, I think.
Hmm.
And I was really bad at it. I was like really, really bad at it. But Persona 5, sorry, Persona 5, and I was really bad at it. But so many people watched it, and I kept going and I kept playing, and I started Baldur's Gate because I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do a game that I want to do that I think will be exciting and that will keep me occupied so that if only 3 people are watching, if only 2 people, if only one person's watching, I'm occupied and I'm having fun. And it was a lot of conversations with like Fox, with Tacos and Maisie Moon, and my friends that are very successful streamers that I highly look up to that were like, you can't stop. I understand why this makes you sad, and I understand why this makes you feel like you're not doing something, but you are. So keep going,
Yeah.
and it will work. Yeah. And it was a
Uh,
lot of those conversations.
yeah. Well, I mean, like it has to be a thing that we talk about. Brother Fear, I don't. I think what you're seeing there is just an affectation of OBS and the trying to capture the camera. No, I don't think there's a blue chow on the bookshelf behind. I could be
No, there
wrong.
is.
Oh, there
No,
is.
there is. Yeah,
Oh,
there
okay.
is.
So Rutherford's got better eyesight than I do.
There you go. Ta-da!
All right. Good job. Rutherford's got definitely better eyes than I do. Of course, I'm like blue. I'm thinking dog. I'm like, what is this? No.
No, it is a chow. It's a little blue chow.
Hey, that's a cute.
Yeah, Yuki gave this blue chow to me. Everybody, this is from Yuki. I want that known.
Okay.
Also, Baby Trumpkin, don't worry. You weren't here earlier. Apparently, my scream is wimpy.
Sonic. You're not gonna let me live that one down. I can see that.
No.
Now.
No, I'm not.
I was trying to find a nice way to put it.
Wimpy.
I was trying to find a nice way to put it. I'm like, I don't have a better way. I'm like, timid scream? It doesn't sound really quite well. It's because it's not really a timid scream. It's a good scream. It's not as...
It's the type of scream that when I'm playing Demonologist and like there's a scare right in front of me, I'll be like, and then everyone around me will be like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
It's just this. It's a wimpy scream.
It's fine. It's whatever. Totally cool. I'm not offended at all.
Yeah, I'm not going to hear the end of this one. I see that.
No.
Next time we're in Demonology, it's like, okay, Nori. Wimpy scream.
Nori, you ready?
You ready? You hit the button, Nori. Let's go.
Every time I scream, I'll be like, "Did you hear it, Nori? Hear my wimpy little scream?"
They're like, huh? What? You screamed? I'm sorry. I missed it.
Pumpkin, it's not because I have neighbors. It's just because I have a wimpy scream.
It's a delightful scream. It's just not...
It's not loud.
Well, no, it is loud. It's just not violent.
No. It's not like I'm getting axe murdered.
No. I somehow I could see somebody coming up. Like you could be in the Scream movies and the villain's coming up. He's burst open the door, dagger in hand, ready to stab it, and all we would hear from her, ah. That's it. It's just like. I think you hit your mute button.
No, I'm here. I'm just laughing so hard.
But that's what I kind of. That's what I can see, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're in a Freddy movie. Here comes the axe murder. All right, Roar, give us a great big screech. Let us know there's something bad's happening. Ah. Just that's it. That's what you get.
Give us a great big scream.
Ah. It's fine.
It's either like a wimping scream, or it's like I suck in all my breath. Because that's what I've noticed happens in Demonologist. When everyone's like, "Are you okay?" It's like a jump scare will happen, and I'll just be like,
okay, something bad happened.
nothing.
It's fine.
Nothing else. No scream.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Again, it's not trying to be mean or offensive. It's just that's what it reminds me of. It's just
fine. Now I know. That's what's important.
Never gonna live this one down. That's all right. Just like next time, Five Nights at Freddy, Nori shows up. All right, Nori, ready for the next scream?
Okay, Nori.
Thank you for
Big
alert,
smile on my
Richie.
face.
Ah.
Ah, no.
No, you son of a bitch.
I don't scream. I don't scream because when it happens, I'm like, motherfucking Jesus. Or I love to say, Christ in a cracker.
Yep.
Jesus Christ in a cracker. It's a good
Heard that one
phrase.
as well. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that one as well.
Yeah. It's a good phrase.
So, Rutherford would. Yeah, we already answered that one. Rutherford would like to know, what would your final meal be while on death row?
I've never thought about that.
Well, why would you? It's not like you would be on death row anytime soon. So
That's very true.
that's why we have these questions.
It would probably be home cooked pasticcio with garlic lemon potatoes and tzatziki. It'd be a full Greek dish. Would be my last meal. I would be totally okay with that.
Full
Despite
Greek
being
dish.
German, I am heavily in Greek culture because my stepmom is half Greek, half Italian, and they got married when I was 9, and so a lot of my life was delving into Greek culture with my stepmom, which ended up making a lot of Greek food with my dad, which includes pasticcio, which by the way is like a 6-hour dish. And making that homemade, and so I know how to cook Greek food better than I know how to cook German food. I don't know how to cook a single German thing besides bratwurst, which is just sausage. It's not impressive. Pasticcio is much more impressive. What is it? It's like Greek lasagna. It's like Greek lasagna, except what's important is that it's not cheese, it's a custard. And the custard takes like 3 to 4 hours to make to do it well.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's delicious. It's my favorite thing in the whole world.
Now I've got to try it. Pasticcio.
Yes, you should. Except if you try it from a Greek place, it's not going to be as good as homemade because they obviously can't spend 6 hours making it.
Well, obviously not. But I mean,
Yeah.
you can still get the kind of. But I mean, you can get the concept of the idea. You just understand that the homemade version is going
delicious.
to be, like a million times better.
Oh, Chunky, the custard part is the best part. Best part.
Custard is the best part, huh?
Mm-hmm. It is.
And now you're hungry. Well, guess what? We have now reached the food portion of Talk Tuesday.
Cannot escape what? Oh my god, you and your proof that I'm horny.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Clanky would like to know, do you believe we will love you until the sun goes dark?
No. I think I have too much anxiety to believe that. And that's not an offense to anyone, by the way. That's me. I have too much anxiety to believe that this could be long lasting into a career like Valkyrie or something.
I think it's good to have long-term plans of like, yes, I want to be a content creator, right? let's say you wanted to turn this into something that's going to be long term. You want to be a long term content creator. What I can tell you, based on a lot of the reading, the research, and everything else that I have done, like Twitch alone is not going to be your main source of revenue. Like Twitch is a nice place where you can meet a bunch of people at, and you can grow, help, and start building a community. But if you're serious about doing online content creation, you have to do the entire social networking, like the entire all of the social sites, right? So it's not just Twitch. You're doing Twitch, you're doing YouTube, you're doing TikToks, you're doing Instagram, you're doing like you've got to be like everywhere if you want to turn that into like a full-time job, and then it becomes a full-time job.
Yeah, there's so much that I would love to do. I would love to make YouTube videos. I would love to further expand. I know myself and my like levels of things that I'm able to do, and there is no room right now for me to do that. Like to do YouTube and to fully do edits and different things is just not possible right now. With my full-time job and streaming and helping all of my friends and modding for all of my friends, which is something that is really important to me, and like maintaining a good, healthy relationship and relationships with all my friends, is all I need right now and all I could handle right now. That would require like a huge career shift to be like so fully focused and have the money and the ability to feel okay doing that. I was such a good mod today, Chumpkin. Let's not talk about that. I was such a good mod today.
Top mod.
I know he's here. I was a good mod today. I know you're not asleep.
Maisie says hello.
Hi, Maisie. I love you.
But it is worth noting that, you know, a lot of people are like, yes, I am going to be, you know, a superstar, Twitch famous, blah 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 blah. And you absolutely 100% could get Twitch famous. You could hit numbers like, you know, you go live and you see thousands and thousands of viewers at a time. And hey, that's great. But at the end of the day, you didn't get there just on Twitch. You got there because you were doing.
No,
you're everywhere.
It's a great story that I went to school for film. If anyone doesn't know this, I went to school for film and communications. And something that I learned was, hi, okay, let's have a cat stream. Come here. Something that I learned from someone that they brought in to like be like, look, filming is so great. By the way, if you ever go to film school, everyone they bring in tells you to not work in film, because you just become depressed and stuff. But let's not talk about that. This person came in and said a really interesting thing where he said his favorite director, he went on a walk in Greece with his favorite director, and he was like, how do you make all this money? How do you do all this stuff, like just directing? And he looked the guy dead in the face and was like, he was like, I have a job. I don't direct. I have a job. I have a 9-to-5 job that gets me the money to direct. Like, I have a job that works with me when I direct things so I can direct them. He was like, all this does not come from solely focusing on art. Like, you have to have backups. You have to have things that make the money outside of the things you really want to do. Or else there won't be the money. I met a 42-year-old woman who lied to me about her age because she was ashamed that she was 42 living with 7 people in an apartment still trying to be an actress with no backup career. Like, I have seen the worst sides of fully committing to the arts and the opposite sides. And it's a lot. And it's a lot to see in real time as someone that wants to be in the arts.
And that's the thing, right? It's not everybody who gets to the top of the field.
No.
Like you have to be in the right place at the right time, and
Mhm.
the fan base has to be the right sort of fan base. And like there is a it's like literally hitting the lottery. Like there is a lot of things that
Mhm.
all have to collide at the same time for
100%.
something like that to blow up. And so it shouldn't be detracting. Like I'm not telling anybody, give up on your dreams, don't do it, right? No,
No,
absolutely get
don't.
out there and explore it. But like to realistically to turn something like this into a full time job, you have to get to a point where you've got a large enough fan base underneath you
Mhm.
in order to do that, and that doesn't happen overnight. It takes
No.
years of work.
Mhm.
Um,
And everyone goes at their own pace. Like, I have friends that work on SNL. I have friends that work for major media companies. Am I jealous of them? Yeah, but it wasn't the right path. I didn't have the right, and a lot of it is just like some people are gonna have better edges than you do.
mhm.
Like, my Trey started streaming, she's already partner. And she started streaming like a few months after I did, but she's an actress. She has that edge, she has that gain that you don't have. I have friends that just started streaming that are higher than my follower count. And I am so proud of them
Yeah.
and so amazed by all the things that they do that everyone's at their own pace and their own time in life. And that's no, you shouldn't compare yourself to people. It's the worst thing that you can do to your mental health
Oh yeah.
and your pride and what you enjoy doing in life is comparing yourself to other people. The only time you should ever do that is in a way of saying, "Oh, this person does this thing that I think is really cool and I want to do that thing so that I can be good at it. So I'm going to learn from what they're doing to be better at what I want to do in the way I want to do it."
Yep.
And that's something that I think is very important and very distinguished between you're doing better than me, I have to do better than you. Are two very different things.
Oh yeah, very very different things. Like I've been streaming now for 3 years,
Mhm.
and I know people who've just done their first year stream anniversary, and they've got twice the followers, twice the viewers on a regular occasion. And
Mhm.
I'm like, that's phenomenal. I couldn't be more excited for you. I couldn't be more happier for you. Everybody goes at their own pace. Everybody grows at their own rate.
Yeah.
Um, and it's something to definitely keep in mind of. It's like, don't be jealous of somebody else's success.
No.
Um,
It's the worst thing you can do.
because
And you
not,
also you never know where that person is in their life. You never know what's
yeah,
going on in that person's life. What you're jealous of might be something you don't even want in life.
you could be jealous of something superficial. Yes, they're huge on Twitch, but they could be suffering a bankruptcy right now.
Yeah. Like, I started streaming when I was having the worst panic attacks about bed bugs. And it took me like 4 months to admit out loud in someone else's stream that I had bed bugs. Like, you never know what someone's going through. And it's so important to keep in mind when you do these comparisons in your head or you let your head make these comparisons is like you have no idea if this person even enjoys what they're doing.
And that's the thing. I would rather stream to 4 or 5 people and have fun, laugh like a
Mhm.
maniac, and just enjoy what I'm doing than
Yeah.
to sit there for 6, 8, 12 hours in front of
Mhm.
thousands of people and I'm not cracking a
Not have
smile.
fun.
I'm just
Yeah.
miserable. Like that's not fun.
Mhm. One
Never
of
want to
my
be.
favorite YouTubers, LD Shadow Lady, that's a Minecraft YouTuber,
Hmm.
um, stopped making videos for months because she was like, "I don't wanna play Minecraft." She was like, "I don't wanna do it. I have no passion in any of the projects coming up. I have no, like, it's not fun right now and it's like a chore." And I think it's so mature And it's like, especially like for your mental health, to take a step back and be like, okay, right now this isn't fun. I'm not having fun. And this should be fun. What I'm
Yep.
doing, what I'm projecting to people, I should have fun doing. So I'm going to take a break and step back.
Yep.
And I always loved that and the way that she explained it.
Well, it takes a real sort of mature individual and takes somebody who's got a lot of strength of character to be like, this is not what I want to be about. This is never what I wanted to be about. And so we're going to back up. We're going to take a chill pill and we're going to go do something else. Life's too short. Enjoy what you've got.
Sorry, I'm just raising my eyebrows at Anubis.
Yes, because he put the eyebrow raising up there. Code Drift would like to know, has your meta ranking changed now that you've been away from the game for a bit?
My meta ranking?
Meta. M-I-T-A. Meta?
Oh, meta. Oh, like in terms of like fun? I enjoyed meta. I don't know. I want to go back to I feel like it's an interesting game to purposely leave unfinished. And I didn't even realize that until I had beaten like one aspect of the game, that there's this whole other aspect that they promoted to you in the game. That like if you click the option, they're like, "Oh, it doesn't exist yet." And it's like, why would you put that in the game that's all finished if it's not finished? But I enjoyed the game. I think I've played games that I've had more fun with, like games, like especially like horror games. Oh, would I change my meta rankings? No. No, those meta rankings stand. Cool meta, best meta. Stays. S tier meta.
I don't know.
She was hot as fuck.
The panty meta was pretty on point.
No, my meta rankings stay. Those are solid. Those aren't going
like
anywhere.
A rock.
I was confused by the question.
It's all right. I probably didn't read it correctly, so you're fine.
Oh, no, you're fine. I totally forgot that I ranked each meta after playing the game. That was my 12-hour stream that I did that. It's something that Fox just did a 12-hour stream, and I have respect for continuing streaming, because when I hit the 12-hour mark, I was like, we're done. Game's done. Over. Goodbye.
I have done exactly one 12-hour stream in 3 years, and I said never again. I'm not doing 12-hour. I'm not doing.
I thought that I was so okay, and then I laid in my bed, and I was like, I don't want to move for so long.
That is a lot of energy that you have to save up and expend over a long period of time. That's not a sprint. That's a marathon that you're going through, and it drags so much out of you. I'm like, I don't know that I could ever prepare again to do another long stream like that. That 12 hours was murder. And yet I watch some people and they're like, oh yeah, 12-hour stream this weekend. And we did one last weekend and we'll do another one. I'm like, no, bro.
My thing is you could do a 12-hour stream of just Baldur's Gate and end the stream having done nothing substantial to the story. And I love that so much. I love that that's how long the game is.
You could. Myself, Brother Short, Zodicus, and DM Cerberus Official did a 4-player co-op Baldur's Gate session. Took us over a year to get all the way done with the game. And the team we ended up with was such the most unoptimal team you could have ever asked for. Like, absolutely just no healer. We existed on healing potions, and that was whatever Serb could make. And just absolute stupidity. And we tried to get our characters killed. We were doing like this honor mode style play. So it was like, well, if we TPK, then we throw out these characters and start over again. It was our like fifth time through. And that last group was like the magic group. For whatever reason, they just ticked all the right buttons. Like this fight should be horrendous. Blew right through it. Like that take like 2 seconds. That was easy. This fight should be easy. No, we struggled on this fight. We had to run away, come back, and do it again. I was like, why is this? It was such a bizarre, but it worked. Yeah, it took us a whole year to get all the way through the game. And Serb and Brotherfjord had played the game to completion when we were doing this. But myself and Zoda had no idea what we were getting into. And so, for their credit, Serb and Brotherfjord kind of let us just kind of do whatever and lead the party through there. Just the shenanigans. It was freaking hysterical. Lily, welcome in. Codriff would also like to know, if someone were to start on horror games, where would you send them first?
Well, I sent Barbie. I told Barbie that she should play Five Nights at Freddy's. When Barbie was first deciding what to play and what she would be okay with, I 100% said Five Nights at Freddy's, knowing... I know.
Why would you?
Because I think it would be so good. I would love to watch that. It is a terrifying fucking game. The only reason that I even played it was for stream. I bought it. I only played like 3 minutes. And I said this on stream when I first played it. I have 3 minutes in the game because every time I opened it, I would get one scare or something, or I'd get so tense that it'd be like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's terrifying, and it's terrifying in like an anxiety way. And then they like it's. I think what would be better would be like Poppy Playtime. I think that the first Poppy Playtime is like a good first scare because you get through the game, and it's like it has that one last, that like big thing, and then it's like fine. Yes. Do you want everyone to see your hand? I'm confused.
The magic hand has made an appearance.
The magic hand did show up. I didn't expect that. I would probably say Poppy Playtime, but honestly, I think it would be so fun to throw someone that doesn't play horror games into Five Nights at Freddy's and be like, go.
We did some Wars actually, who popped in here earlier, bought me the game Phasmo because they were like, oh yeah, you should play a horror game, you should play Phasmo, it'll scare you, it'll terrify you. Phasmo doesn't scare me.
No.
In fact, the entire time I played that game, I laughed like an idiot the whole time through, and everybody was so disappointed. They're like, this was supposed to be scary. I'm like, yeah, it's not. Sorry.
When I first played it, it was scary, but it was only scary like the one time, and then it lost most of the fear.
Yeah, it's just never. Mark, blink twice if you need help. I tell you, the game that got me riled up and actually get me to get a good yell where I peaked my mic on stream was oh god, what was the name of that? I've got it in my library. I have to go look it up now. I'm like, there was a game, and it was specifically only one stage in the game. Like the rest of them doesn't even faze me. But there's one game and specifically one stage, and that's because the lady turns into a spider, and the spiders don't bother me. That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is that because they're spiders, they're like half size running around, and so they literally just kind of pop up whenever. And so it's a jump scare, and it's always a jump scare. And It gets me
Yeah.
every time. Like that.
Mhm.
That will cause me to it's got to be a jump scare to get me to jump. What is the name of that one?
I get that. I get more of like the build up. Like Alan Wake,
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's coming and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And there was this moment that's quoted where it was I'm so tense when I play this game
Mm-hmm.
that it was like pure quiet and Alan's like walking through something and then all of a sudden he's like, and then I was here. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Can you just not just
Not
like
yell in
talk in
my
the
ear.
loudest voice possible when it's like dead silent? And it's quoted because I screamed, "Warn me before you talk."
Devour. That's the name of the game. It's called Devour. It's along the same line as like Demonologist and Phasmo. The only difference
Mhm.
is with Devour, you know exactly where
Yeah.
the monster is, and they kind of run around, chase you through there. Um,
Mhm.
and I was told like this is a terrifying game, and so I started playing, and I'm like, well, there's nothing really scary about it. Like if I can see the horror coming out, yeah, it's
Yeah.
whatever, I'm fine.
Mhm.
But no, there's a level in that where the lady runs around as a spider. Um, and yeah, that one. That's the first time I ever like peaked my microphone and screamed bloody murder. Um, uh, the only other time outside of that, Serb, myself, and a few of the other guys from the den were playing SCP. And I am
Mhm.
a huge SCP fan. Love me some SCP. And so as we're running through this game, right, we're like, oh, there's this one. I know what that does. Oh, there's this. I know what that one. Oh, I don't want to run into that one. And so like me and Serb were like, oh God, this one's free. This one's free. And so we've got all the history for the SCP, and we're like, oh God. These are the things we have to keep in mind of, and just waiting for these things to just kind of randomly show up. And that was pretty terrifying.
Mhm.
But we I think we stopped playing that one because we ultimately got frustrated with it because there was no real kind of clear way to win. Like
Yeah.
how do you go? It's just get scared and
Mhm.
die, get scared and die, ad nauseum on repeat. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I did play Doki Doki. And Doki Doki wasn't scary. It was more just like, what the fuck? It was a lot of just like, why? Why? But what? Why? And I got to that big scene
Mm-hmm.
that like when the whole game changes and I was like crying. Like that wasn't scary. That was just sad. It was
Right.
so sad. Why are we doing that? What makes a game like this? This isn't a game. Where's the fun? That was a lot. I needed
Well,
like I needed like a whole day when I finished that game to like collect myself.
like it's just gonna uh Solaris would like to know what is your favorite type / kind of dessert.
Anything with peanut butter, but my favorite dessert, like if you got me this dessert, I will love you forever, especially because it's not where I live. It's not anywhere close to where I live, is a Dairy Queen medium Reese's peanut butter blizzard with chocolate ice cream. I will love you for the rest of my life. If someone came here right now with a Dairy Queen medium Reese's peanut butter chocolate ice cream blizzard, every time I go home to the Midwest where there's a bunch of Dairy Queens, I get it like 3 times. It is my favorite thing in the whole world. Besides that, like cheesecake stuff, but Dairy
I
Queen.
I'd be honest. So I used to live in Virginia. There was all kinds of Dairy Queens all over Virginia. I moved to where I live now, and I think the nearest Dairy Queen to
Oh,
me is
really?
like 45 minutes away.
There,
It's a truck.
all the Dairy Queens closed during COVID. There were 2 Dairy Queens, and they both closed during COVID. And one of them was in, like, Staten Island, like, in the Staten Island Ferry Depot was a
Right.
Dairy Queen. Closed, all gone. There's no Dairy Queen near me. Mark knows this. I have a song about Dairy Queen that I sang once, and Mark does not let it go. I love Dairy Queen. No, I will not sing it.
You're fine, Mark. You don't have to do the puzzles. We're just sitting around,
Don't
you know.
worry. Don't let Yuki bully you into doing the puzzles. That's my fiance. Don't let her bully you into doing the puzzles.
It's fine.
Please.
It's fine.
But yeah, that's my favorite.
But you know, I enjoy. I used to enjoy. I like to go to Dairy Queen. Believe it or not, not for the ice cream. I love their double cheeseburgers. Like the ones that were right down the road from where I used to live out in Virginia had some of the best double cheeseburgers. And so that was my favorite to go get, or go get their chicken finger basket, just because that brown gravy they put in there with the chicken fingers. Like I could care less about the chicken, just that and my French fries, and that was. Okay, if you know, you know, and if you don't, well,
Yeah, you should go to Dairy Queen.
you're lost.
Everyone should go to Dairy Queen right now and give it to me.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
Totally fine. It's not fine.
It's not.
You sure?
Fine. I miss Dairy Queen.
I do too. Don't feel bad.
I miss it so much.
Fennec says, speaking of BG3, if you were a D&D class, which one would you be?
Druid. 100%. Is that a class or is that a no? It is a class. Druid.
It is a class. It is a class.
Druid. I want to be an owl bear. I want to turn into an owl bear whenever I want and be an owl bear. That's my favorite part of BG3 is playing as a druid and turning into an owl bear and just walking around. My favorite part.
I'll be honest with you. I was expecting you to come back and be like Necromancer.
No.
We're gonna do the horror. We're gonna make this really scary. Just stay like you thought you knew scary. Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha. Oh, you think you know scary? Go into the deep depths of my mind. That's terrifying. You get the vanilla shit. You have no idea. No, I would 100%
come with me, my child.
Druid.
I will show you what it means to be truly scared.
You have no idea.
You thought the hag in the swamps was the real terror.
You've not seen terror yet. It's all a facade.
But I play these games for practice. It's warm up. It's fine. I have no idea why I went Russian there.
Full knife. No, let's talk about accents. Let's talk about the fact that something I never expected to take off was having an accent channel point.
Which has been absolutely phenomenal.
That is redeemed at the strangest of times. And 90% of the time until recently, it's Australian. It's not gotten better.
No.
It's not gotten better. It's not gotten any better. And it's not gonna get better. But keep redeeming it, please.
which honestly is really fantastic that you're like, oh yes, everybody wants to hear my Australian accent, because Sandy Visions is regularly accused of being Australian because she sounds Australian whenever she
Hmm.
speaks English.
Yeah.
So it's always been one of them, like, how does that? Meanwhile, I talk to Wars, and we listen. I mean, you hang out and listen to Maisie Moon all the time, and they're both Australian. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
no.
No. Maisie, the best thing that Maisie ever said to me about my Australian accent was, I listen to her talk all the time, but I also have like that stereotypical Australian accent in your head. So one time they redeemed it. I was doing it and I went, UK. And then she was like, I don't say UK. I say Yuki. She's like, I pronounce it correctly. It's Yuki. And so now in her streams, if it comes up, she's like, UK, TK. That's what it sounds like, huh? So bad.
See, and I feel like I'm missing out because I have not heard Sassy Maisie at all. Like almost
Sassy
every time
Maisie
I have
great.
been in a Maisie stream listening to Maisie, that is most chill, sweet, innocent little voice, just that everything's fine, da 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 da. Right? I'm like, okay,
You've
this is
never had you have Maisie look you
never
dead in
had.
the eye and go, ma'am,
Nope.
ma'am, stop.
Yeah. Nope.
Thank you, Bose.
Not one bit. Never seen Sassy Maisie.
One day you will. It's a treat. It's amazing. Sassy Maisie is top tier. I don't think Maisie expected to be talked about this much in this interview.
It's all right. These things happen. Well, I mean, so we've had questions like, okay, I haven't seen it come up, but we're going to ask it anyways. Who has been your biggest inspiration when it comes down to streaming?
Maisie.
See?
100%.
Like these we're talking about them because there's a lot of, for lack of a better way of saying it, there's a lot of Maisie influence that you can see in how you go about your streams and the things that you do. Not saying that that's the only sole inspiration that you're taking or anything else, but it does show. Like I can see the interaction between the two of you. So yeah, there's a reason that there's a lot of Maisie chatter going on right now. It's part and parcel to the.
So often when I first started streaming, a lot of just like asking questions, and like when I would get insecure or get scared of just like talking with her or Fox or Kebabs for lunch and being like, am I doing this right? Is this going well? Is it going not well? Is there something I should be doing? Like, how do you deal with people that you know you should ban, but it's really awkward and you don't really want to do that because you're a people pleaser? And when do you get that line when you ban someone for the first time, or you time someone out for the first time and you're like, okay, how do I navigate this? Was like so much help. And it was so nice because all three of them were like, we want to help you because we had no one helping us. And we want to help you so that you can be better and do better. And I've taken that to all of my friends and people that have started streaming. That is like, I'm always here to help because I want to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's right, which is, it's always such a, see, and that's what I really enjoy about the community around here, right? Like there is definitely a community. Now you can there's the wrong kind of community, and I've seen enough of those. But the community that we are a part of, that we're constantly bringing new people into and help building people up, which is really just this really fantastic thing. But all of us have that same mentality, right? Like you're just getting started. You're going to make mistakes. Let us help you along, and we can show you how to avoid some of these same mistakes that we did. Like nobody gets it perfect the first time. It's fine. And it's okay to fail a little bit. just understand that you've got an entire support system, and we're here to pick you back up and help you get back out there again. Like, that's the entire purpose of Talk Tuesday, right? Talk Tuesday is to bring in people that nobody knows and be like, here, like, let's introduce you to more and more people. Look, there is an entire group of us out here that wants to help build you up, because you can try to do this on your own. And I did try to do it on my own initially when I started. And for almost a year, I got nowhere. Mm-hmm. And then I met Zodicus, and he's like, no, you're doing this wrong. Here's how you do it better. Mm-hmm. And it was his advice that kicked me on. I feel like we're missing another part of the conversation that is going on.
I have no idea. I'm not even looking at the puzzle. I can't English, never mind.
Thank you for the alert code. It's that sort of like the camaraderie that's really there, that this community helps build and support, and which is just absolutely fantastic. And I was going somewhere with this, and my brain went, yeah, we're out to lunch. I like, you jerk, why'd you leave right now? Come back here. Oh, I see. I apparently needed the message. That's fine. Wait. Yeah. I don't see where they put that, where you said the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just blind. It's okay.
No idea what's happening right now.
Nothing. I just looked over and my DMs were lit up, and I was like, oh, look, it's a message from Finky. Yeah, I don't see the accusational inferences in there, so I must just be blind. That's fine.
I can't tell you. Sounds like it didn't happen. I don't know. Sounds like it didn't happen.
It's fine. It's fine. I promise. Absolutely fantastic. Most memorable moment in stream.
Oh God. I did think about this earlier, because I was going to bring this up. I don't know if it's like the most memorable, but it's the first one that came to my head.
Mm-hmm.
Was I was streaming Epic Mickey, and I was like jumping through this game, and I was like, oh, I'm an introvert. And then everybody was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm introverted. I'm just playing this game, just casually talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm introverted. And everyone's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And then I got bullied into taking a personality test. Stream. To prove that I'm not introverted. And I'm not. Okay, I accept that. I'm an extrovert that has a lot of social anxiety. But the best part of that was it was like early on, and I'm going through this like whole personality test just to prove one part of my personality. But then the thing is, it's a personality test. So we're going through this list, and it is listing all my flaws as a person, and like very real flaws that I know I have. Like, I'm a workaholic. Like, I have to intently keep streaming at what it can be for me to live the rest of my life well. Or I will put everything aside for work. I've done it. And it was right there in this list of all my flaws and positives on stream for a bunch of people to see. And I was like, you know what? Stream's over. Stream's done. I'm not gonna sit here with all these people that don't know me and be like, oh yeah, let's just look at my like personal flaws in my personality
I can't say as I
just to
blame you.
prove that I'm extroverted.
I can't say as I blame you on that one. I would have been like, yeah, we're out.
No.
You know.
No. But it proved I'm extroverted. So that was so funny on so many levels. Was just being like, are we just not playing? And I haven't played Epic Mickey since on stream, by the way. It's the only time I played it. Haven't played it since.
Like, yeah, no.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. That's it.
That's your one and done. We're out.
That was memorable. Because I remember ending stream and being like, why did I do that? Why did I do that?
General standard rule: if you hesitate on any decision for just a moment, don't take
a personality test in front of 13 people.
You know, it could have been worse. You could have taken the personality test in front of 10,000 people.
Could have taken it in front of a lot more people. Why is it trash? Because there's a cat? Get over yourself. Oh my god.
It's fine. It's fine. We did a second one on all the series puzzlers left, and it's just been, a few of us doing it. And so it's now suddenly harder. It's fine.
Don't make me touch the pieces again.
Oh. The other one had to be in here. He could sense his brother was in here, but he needed to come show up. All right, so there's that memorable moment. Has there ever been a stream collaboration that you've done with somebody that you've been like flummoxed for the most part of it, just because like starstruck? Like, has there been that stream that you've had the chance to go and play with that has had you,
I was terrified to join you. I'll say that out
loud. We don't have to put my name out there. It's fine.
No, I was terrified. You have no idea. The reason that you always played with only Momo was because I was petrified that I would like fuck up or say something stupid or like not be good, or like it was I hear that. The first time I played Fortnite on your stream, I was so scared because you were the first person I collaborated with that wasn't one of my close friends. Oh, kitty. Such a cutie pie.
This is the fat scaredy cat.
Such a cutie patootie. So cute. But I was so scared that like I texted my friends and I was like, I remember being so happy that tags showed up and that like friends were there, and then he was like, abandon Rachel on the train, and I was like, thanks. Thank you so much. I was terrified. I was shaking. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. I didn't want to sound stupid. I didn't want to like make myself sound bad. And streaming with you like opened me up to being okay with streaming with other people that weren't like my close friends. Like, I'm so dead serious right now. It's not even a joke. Momo can tell you. I was so scared.
I'd be honest with you. I don't take myself serious at all when I play games.
No.
I don't know if you've ever noticed, but like me in Fortnite, if I'm on stream, I am like the worst player in existence at this point because I don't. I'm like, what could be funny in this moment right now? That's what we're gonna do.
Mhm. But
um,
that's the honest truth. And I remember playing Demonologist with Mal's and
hmm
like playing a game with Mal's for the first time. And I remember Mal's idea of me completely changing that day because we were like, oh, it's the ghost that doesn't like cursing. And he was like, can someone go in to the room and say like a bad word? And I went into the room and said, fuck, bitch, push the ass, motherfucking damn, bitch. And he was like, okay, you can do that too. And then he kept coming back, and then I died because, of course, I did. And then every time he came back, I was talking with Jillian, and every time he came back, I was conveniently cursing. So he kept being like, dude, is all you do just say bad words? It's girl. So that was fun. And I was like, oh my God, Malice thinks that I'm just like this person that just walks around going like, fuck, bitch, fuck.
Ah,
Oh
I
my
love that.
God.
That is so
Mhm.
good, though. But it's moments like these though that make honestly they just make some really great, fantastic memories.
Mhm.
Um, they're absolutely some of my favorite things to experience is like these weird sort of oddity moments that just crop up.
Mhm.
It's like the doing Deep Rock Galactic with Momo and be like, is that cherry flavored? Oh, stop giving me the cherry flavor.
It was so great because I was like in a DC with Momo and she was like, I think I'm gonna go join. I think I'm gonna do it. And I was like, go do it. You're gonna do great. And she was like, you should join. And I was like, fuck no.
uh, it, so I got over that hurdle myself. There was a game called Rounds. It's
Mhm.
called, and there was a mod you could get that was called Rounds with Friends, and that basically allowed you to host a up to 16 player multiplayer game of this what is essentially a 2-player game.
Mhm.
Absolutely just pure chaos. And every Saturday for I think like 3 to 6 months, I did a 4 hour stream where it was just rounds with friends. And we literally had anybody who showed up in chat. We're like, yeah, you got the game, come play with us. And so we were playing with like legitimately everybody from around the world. Some people had really great pings, some people had really trash pings. And it
Mhm.
was just pure chaos nonstop for 4 hours. Um, and I got over dealing with having other people around because of
Mhm.
that game by just regularly playing with a bunch of strangers. Like
Mhm.
literally like, yeah, here, you're I don't know who you are. You just showed up in my chat because I'm streaming rounds and you're like, oh, I've got the mod. I can come play. Sure you can. Come on, hop on in. Let's go. And we'd put them in the Discord and they would be on stream yakking the whole 9 yards and everything else. And that was terrifying.
Mhm.
It was probably the scariest thing that I have done on stream, and that's because yes, you're opening yourself up at that point to a lot of
Mhm.
potential issues because I can't censor what somebody else says after
Yeah.
they've already said it.
Mhm.
Um, and there were a couple of those streams that I never kept. In fact, none of the round streams I kept just because sometimes they went a little. I'm like, okay, you can't really say that.
Yeah.
Please don't do that again. I'm like, all right, so that VOD's now trash.
I don't think I would ever do um what's it called? The like drawing one. I don't remember what it's called. where like everyone draws different things and
Oh,
like
Gardic?
you Gardic. I don't think I could ever do Gardic again. I was so stressed out. I was so stressed out of being like, please, please don't. Please don't ruin this for everyone. Please. And someone kept drawing murder, like really dark murder. And I was like, can we not? Can we just draw like anything else than like full on murder? Like at least you're not drawing a dick or anything or like writing the word Nazi. But like
But yeah, like, don't ruin it for everybody else.
it's
Be
a little awkward. And I was just too tense. I was so tense and
right.
shaky that I'm like, I don't think I could do that again. I look up to the people that can do that.
Yeah,
It terrified me so much.
it is. It's one of those things you kind of. I mean, some people don't ever do that. Like, there are
Mhm.
streamers who never do that sort of thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, I think there is and can be some fun to be had in there. Um, for example, a friend of mine, Ali Soros,
Mhm.
was doing a celebration, and they did Gardic, and so there was not Serb, Brother Fjord, myself, and Zoda that were sitting in a VC. We were just kind of hanging out, just chatting back and forth and everything. We're like, and we all had Ali up on the screen watching them go through their celebration, and we're like, it's open for anybody to come in there. And so we each set our names up as like mine was not Serb, or I think I was not Fjord. Zoda was not Nori, and Brother Fjord was not Zoda. Uh, and so we jumped in on their
Oh my
activity, and here we
god.
are in a VC, and we're like, okay, so what we're going to do is this is my word, and so we're telling them the word to guess for
Mhm.
our photo, um, and then we drew the wrong thing. Just like intentionally drew the wrong. So
Oh my god.
so we did this, and we scored first, second, and third over and over and over again throughout the entire game, just absolutely just trolling and having a good time. And Ali, to their credit, and everybody else in there were like, who are these? This has got to be somebody from the den. These guys are pulling pranks on us, and they. It was just this big meme that we were just doing over our channel. It was funny. It was a good time. I think you can get away with doing like little
Yeah.
practical jokes like that, and that's fine.
Mhm.
Um, I think taking it to that level where you're like, oh, we're
Mhm.
like having concerns that somebody's going to take it a step too
Too
far is
far.
a valid
Yeah.
concern.
Mhm.
Um, and the only thing I can say for that is that can and will most likely happen. And at that point, you have to just be able to go
You have to
look.
roll with the punches.
Well, no, you don't have to. You just have to take control of what is going on and be like, yeah,
Mhm.
that's not allowed, and
Yeah.
you either need to play nicely
Mhm.
with everybody else, or I'm sorry, you have to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I can unpost the VOD. I don't mind.
Mhm.
Right. We can unpost the VOD. We can make it private, whatnot, and we don't get hit with anything. There's no problems. There's no problems with that. However, I would rather unpost the VOD, slap somebody in the back of the hands, and then have them not do that, and then we can continue to have a good time for the rest of the time,
Yeah.
rather than be like, okay, I've slapped you on the back of the hands. You obviously didn't learn. I'm sorry. You just have to go.
Mhm.
Um, and to me, that's always sad when you run into that person who's like, no, 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 I'm going to do it my way. It doesn't matter. And I always find it's very disheartening when you run into that person that's like that.
Mhm.
I was going
I
somewhere with
agree.
this, and I'm uh, my
There
brain
you
is
go.
turned to mush. It's fine. It's fine.
Something I never expected to find in streaming and enjoy so much
hmm
is modding. I enjoy modding. I enjoy being a good mod. I'm pretty sure that Baby Chumpkin is asleep at this point, but
Probably.
she modded me and I was like, I want to do a good job because like modding for my friends that are here, there's so many of us and we all like
Mm-hmm.
go together and we know that we have each other's backs and we also know that Fox with Tacos is the best mod you could ever ask for and she covers everyone's shit no matter what. Um so when I was made a mod for someone other than like my core group of friends, I was like, I want to make sure I like really do good at this and like really, really well. So I was like hyper focused on the stream, like made sure to shout everybody out. And at the end of the first stream, she was like, "You're amazing." She was like, "I need this."
Need
And
an
I was
expert
like, I
mod.
wanted to like cry. I was so proud of myself for like being a good mod, which is also why like I said earlier, because I mod for tags now, I was like, I was a damn good mod today. I shouted everyone out and I killed you multiple times.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, to be fair, right? Modding is work.
Yeah.
Like the streamer puts in work, but the moderators, I would say, put in probably more work than anybody else. Like when you've got a good group of mods behind you supporting you, you do less of watching what's going on in chat. You can focus more on just like all of that really cool interaction pieces, and you can really focus in on delivering some good quality content. Having a solid mod crew behind you is fucking amazing. And so yes, if you enjoy modding and you're in, I've not seen any
I think what
indications
I've
that you suck at it. Then
yeah.
yes,
I think what I've learned
kill it,
though
girl.
is I need to not mod too much. Because you do get focused and it is a job. And it's like when I'm like in a stream and then mod two streams and then stream myself, I'm like exhausted. I
Yeah,
don't want to
but
do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. And so I've had a talk with my fiance where he's like, you need to like not mod for anybody else. Like you need like I know that you love getting that like respect and
Mhm.
happiness when someone trusts you enough to be a mod, but he's like, you have to look at your own mental health.
Dial it down, girl.
And it was funny because I told my coworker that I was doing this interview, and so I was in this like booth at my work today, and I was modding,
Mm-hmm.
and he opens the door and he's like, "Is this your interview? Are you doing your interview?" And I'm like, "No, this interview's at like 7." I'm like, "I'm doing a job that I do for free right now on top of this job."
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank
We
you,
got it.
Anubis. You're a good mod. Anubis is a great mod. Anubis covered my ass. I didn't know that if you I didn't know that if you join a prediction that as a mod you're not allowed to close the prediction.
Yep.
Yeah, I learned that today. I fucked that up. So I learned that today and Anubis covered my ass. So claps for Anubis there.
Nice.
It is a team effort.
It is. It's like anything else, though. I mean, it's all a collaborative effort.
Mhm. I've never banned someone unlike certain people that are in this chat. I've never accidentally banned someone. So, I'm going there. I'm doing good.
I love that for you.
Pivot time.
It's fantastic. Well, I mean, okay, so I do a little bit of modding. I say a little bit of modding because I just unfortunately my life at this point is I am all over the place as it is. So I have moderator rights in a few channels and I appreciate that they trust me enough to come in there and I try to remember to do the mod thing while I'm there. I just don't ever stick around long enough, which is the unfortunate problem. I can't be there for the entire stream. So I always tell people, I'm like, if you need help, I'm happy to help, but you probably shouldn't depend on me, unfortunately. But I think people who can do full-time modding, who can be there for the whole thing to
Hmm.
do the mod stuff per se correctly, is
Yeah.
huge.
I
And
have so
and
much pride and respect for Fox with Tacos because she mods so damn much for so many people, and she is on her shit that in ways that I could never be. And I have so much respect. And I look up to Fox as someone that wants to be a good mod. I look up to Fox a lot. So there you go, Fox. I care about you. I want to beat you at marbles, but I care about you.
oh, that's
Let's
fantastic.
talk about that. I don't actually give a shit about marbles. Look, I know I suck. I'm very aware. I'm going to look you dead in the eye, everybody. I know that I suck at marbles. I'm very aware that I suck at marbles. It's a bit. I don't care that much about a game I have no control over. It's a
exactly.
bit that started just because I wanted to beat Fox. So now that that's settled,
Now that that's settled, I'm still gonna kick your ass, Fox. No.
Fox, tags, I'm fucking coming for you.
There you go. There you go.
Don't fuck with me. Doesn't care about
uh,
marbles, isn't horny. What's next? She doesn't actually have cats.
don't say that. Don't say that. We know there's cats. We've seen the
We know
cats.
there's cats. Their litter is right next to me, and I love when they shit right as I start streaming. Top tier.
oh, the presents from the kitties as you're going live. Like,
So
really?
good.
Now you had to
Really?
do that.
Right now.
Right now. You little
It's awful, Rose. The smell sometimes. It's like, really, right
Oh.
now? My marble will not push you off the map. My marble goes where my marble goes, and sometimes she wins, and I enjoy the shit out of when I win. I don't care
There you
about
go.
marbles. I just care a little bit.
Just a little bit.
2%.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's a normal amount.
Okay. So final questions.
Mhm.
We're running just a little bit over. We'll get your last two final questions, and then you have to decide where we're going for the raid.
Okay.
So the first one's a fairly easy one, right? The
Mhm.
first one is that we're it's we're coming up to April now. We're still in the beginning portions of 2025, so there's a whole rest of this year to look forward to. Are there any sort of like big events, any like big plans on your channel that you're planning for, like charity events or
Oh
streamathons or
god.
subathons, or like any sort
I
of big
mean,
celebrations that you're coming up that you'd like to call attention to?
not really. I mean, tomorrow I'm doing my dinosaur onesie stream. It's a tie-dye dinosaur onesie, and I've actually never worn a onesie in my like since I was like I don't know, maybe if someone put me in one as a kid, but I never wore onesies. So this is going to be my first time wearing a onesie like ever. So tune in for that. That's going to be fun. It's going to be Five Nights at Freddy's and me in a onesie. Um I want to do it. I've always wanted to do a charity stream. I just have to
Mhm.
figure out the logistics of that and how it like works. Um What I like to do with my subathons is I like to have them be specific. So the last subathon I did was making friendship bracelets to go to the Eras tour. And I loved it because it got to be specific, it had reason. It wasn't just like a money grab. Like there was reason there. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
so much fun. And I got to put a bunch of people's names on bracelets. And then I got to go to the Eras tour and trade bracelets and be like, there's a random name on it. Just don't worry about it. Someone out there is going to be really happy to have that bracelet. Um,
That's
but
fine.
you know, we're going to have the stream anniversary, I believe is like June 24th. It's like late June. So
Right.
that's going to be really exciting. I I'm planning that. It'd be like a 12-hour stream. I would love to redo the Hamilton musical. Were you there for that?
Yes.
I wrapped the entirety of Hamilton, and I would love to do it again. That was so much fun. I, as like a whole year, I would love to do that again. And that's a big plan. And then I know that my affiliate is July 7th, and I know that because that's my sister's birthday. Um, so I'm planning what I want to do for that, but they're so close together because I have such amazing friends and community that I'm very fortunate that they're extremely close together. And my birthday's July 2nd, so they're all very together.
Jeez. Got everything happening all at one time.
So much. But honestly, that's really it. I would love to plan a charity stream and figure that out. Um it would probably be, this is just like noted lore of Rachel. It would probably be a charity that goes to helping domestic violence victims. When I was in film school, all of my work was dedicated to raising awareness of domestic violence, and that includes both on women and on men. I have created multiple pieces of work about domestic violence targeted towards men because I think that is very important, and it is a lot less knowledge surrounding that than there is the knowledge surrounding domestic violence targeted towards women. So
Right.
that's just something about me that would likely be the charity. I've made video games where you went trick or treating and it was different scenarios you had to navigate of figuring out a domestic violence situation, and it was really interesting. And I'm really actually honestly very proud of it.
It sounds like something to be proud of.
Yeah, but that's just a little tidbit about me. I remember in film school, someone was like, "Why can't you make something lighter, something happy?" And I was like, "Fuck you. That's so rude to say.
It is very
Why
rude to
don't
say. Like,
why don't you
why?
why don't you stop bringing awareness to a universal issue?"
Why don't you just jog on and go bother somebody else? How about that? How about
You know what I
that?
did? I made a whole website and documentary about how Phineas and Ferb is sexist. Watch Phineas and Ferb. I'm not wrong, and I can send you the website. I
Fantastic.
love the show. How I Met Your Mother is my favorite show in the world, and I made an entire 35-page thesis about how it romanticizes codependency to its viewers and proved it. So, I can shit on my favorite shows.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like we've got a lot to look forward to over the course of this next year, then. Sounds like. Sounds like there's an awful lot of really cool things that are going to happen. Now, we touched on this a little bit earlier in the. I love the name, Not Safi. We touched on it a little bit earlier today, but we're going to ask you again, anyways. If you had to give one piece of advice to a brand new streamer or an earlier version of yourself, where it was
Oh,
like,
now you join, Mel's. You didn't join when I was talking about how great you are.
no,
You should
why
have
would
been
he
there
do
for
that?
that.
Why would he do that? Are you kidding me?
I did that, Mel's, and now you're never gonna know.
Unless he
Anyway,
rewatches the
sorry,
VOD.
continue. Sorry. My apologies. Continue.
But yeah, whatever makes it easier. Like, what would be a solid piece of advice that you would have either A, liked to have known, or you would tell a new streamer coming up about, hey, here's something that would make your life easier?
I feel like it'd be multiple pieces. It would be networking is so much more important than you think it is. Meet streamers that you would want to be friends with, meet communities that you enjoy and talk in those communities and become a part of those communities is so much more important to streaming than you think. Everyone tells you to focus on the social media and put your name out there, but no one really talks about making friends, building trusting relationships with people, and being a part of so many different communities is so important to building yourself and building your brand and building people that you trust, that you can collaborate with, that would rate into you and that want to watch you.
Right.
And building that trust with people is so much more important than you might think it is.
It's huge. Like that's let's face facts. When you do, we are talking about building communities, and a community is a collection of people. And the only way you build a community is you have to make friends. You have to reach out. You have to bring people in. If you don't ever try to grow your community, then I mean that's fine. You can be a community of just your friends,
Yeah.
and then that's
And
a
you
thing
can
that
be
can
okay
happen.
with that.
And if that's what you
And
want,
that's
that's
totally fine.
build to what you're comfortable with. Build to what you want to see.
And you can support big streamers and small streamers.
Mhm.
You can befriend anyone and focus on those, but also keep in mind your mental health. Don't do what me and Barbie do and watch streams all day, every day, and be a part of streams all day, every day while you're working, while you're doing something else or anything, because that is exhausting. It's not sustainable. So don't do it.
It's
Not
very
sustainable.
difficult. No, it's not very sustainable. I mean, is it helpful? Yes.
Yes.
Is it
Extremely.
supportive? Absolutely. But you can't make it to every stream every time.
No.
You can't be everywhere
And
at all at the same
networking
time.
is so much fun, but networking ends up with you waking up at 6 in the morning so you can watch Jordy Lass's stream or Cozy Pumpkin Gamer because they stream at 6 in the morning. One of my closest friends, Kebabs for Lunch, is in Australia and streams at 4 a.m. And if I join his stream, he's like, "Why the fuck are you here? Go to bed."
That's like me joining a Wars HQ in her stream. That's about the same time she streams. It's like 4 a.m. She's like, "Why are you here? You should be in bed. Go to bed."
Yes.
Wars has a bed now emote specifically to chase us all back to bed when either we should be going to bed
I've
or
gotten messaged on Discord at like 5 a.m. and been told, "Go to bed." And I'm like, "How do you even know I'm up?" And I get a screenshot of like the green icon for my phone.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that has been amazing. You have been an absolute delightful guest. We have definitely run over, but that's okay. I kind of figured we would run over a little bit, anyways. It was just going to be the nature of tonight's stream. When we have such a fantastic guest, you can't help but want to run over and continue just like, oh, let's keep talking. I'm not done talking yet. It's fine. It's fine. Do you have a raid target in mind?
I did. Because apparently they stopped streaming. So let me look. Um,
And let's give it up for our big puzzlers tonight. They knocked out not one, but two. 750 plus. That's 1,500 pieces that they put down tonight.
Let's stream. Actually, one of my friends that I've made that is an up and coming streamer named Terrible Ted.
Yes,
he's
exactly.
Streaming Phasmophobia, I think. No, he's streaming Repo. Oh, nice. Let's go stream. Let's go raid Ted.
I know exactly who that is.
Hi.
Sounds like a good time.
You want to say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye to everybody. You actually meowed.
Kitty.
You actually said goodbye. That's so nice of you. This is Swiss, by the way. This is the
Oh.
skinny, year and a half old girl that gets called a kitten that enjoys the butt smacks. Yeah, okay, I know.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm
me
out
outta
like a
here.
trout. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So we're going to go say hi to Terrible Ted.
Yeah.
Rar, this has been everything I thought it was going to be and then some. You have been delightfully and amazing and fantastic. And I appreciate you taking the time out and even letting us eat up a little bit of extra of your time tonight. You have been an absolute phenomenal guest.
I was so excited for this.
You are now a Talk Tuesday alum. And we have, so I got other things that we're trying to get together to do a Talk Tuesday couch where we bring people back in who's been interviewed once.
I like Grant Norton.
Yeah, well, we bring you in with like other alums who have done a Talk Tuesday. So we'll sit you down with somebody you've never had the opportunity to talk to, hopefully, and have a good chat. On top of that, we have recently opened up a request for return visits to Talk Tuesday. So if that's something that you're interested in doing as well, that is a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Red card emote unlocked your support. Oh. I got a red card emote.
It's not yellow though. We only appreciate yellow in this house.
I see. Is that how that works?
You should know that. Yeah.
Well.
Tomorrow, do exclamation point yellow.
Exclamation yellow. I will remember that. In the meantime,
yellow.
You get to come with me as we go to the end screen.
Yeah.
I have a happy little song that beats off in the background there. And, the ad break's telling us that we're going to start in about 5 minutes, but we don't care because we're going to be out like trout before then. So. Oh, God. This has been delightful. Thank you again.
It was. I'm so happy. This was great. This was everything I wanted it to be.
Careful what you say on stream. We're still on stream.
Oh. No, this was great though. I'm still on stream.
No, you're not. The camera's not visible. You're fine.
Hawktua.
Oh my.
Yes, we got the Hawktua. At least he didn't spit on that thing. It's been fantastic, fabulous. For everybody, stick around as we're going to go raid out. Oh, get the right raid command. You said terrible Tad. There we go. Did I spell that right? Looks like I did. It should look like that. So there are the raid messages. First one's for all you fantastic subscribers out there. Second one's for all you fantastic followers. Whichever one you can use, grab it, copy it, spam it when we get over there. Let's go tell Terrible Ted that he missed out on what is the most excellent.
Let's go tell Ted.
Excellent interview that we've had so far this year. It has been fantastic. It's been fabulous. It's been everything we all hoped and dreamed it to be, and then some. We've learned so much about a fantastic streamer. So next time they go live, go do the thing.
Next time we go live, we're not talking about the shark stuff, okay? We're going to forget that. We're going to forget the shark stuff.
We're going to forget.
We're not going to talk about it. I love you, Anubis.
Again, thank you very much. And until next time, you want to say goodbye to everybody?
I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It makes me really happy. And I love you. Mwah. And we're not going to talk about the shark stuff. Okay? We're going to let it go. No more shark stuff. If I come on a stream one day and I have one less arm, we all know what happened. Okay? That's all.
Excellent.
Shark stuff.
Bye for now.
Sharksicle.